Oh, I'm ready, man.
Ready.
Ready, Freddy?
Cool. So, when we last left our intrepid adventurers, our escapees, I believe they made their way to Grackle Stew, finally. They had finally passed the Dark Lake, gotten past Slubludop, and arrived in the Duragar and Darrow kind of stronghold fort city of Grackle Stew. Grackle Stew, as you guys came to realize, is very kind of a little xenophobic. They don't really like outsiders, and so they kind of restrict their movements to the Dark Lake district. You guys sort of had your moments at the Blade Bazaar, looked for magic items, before you, I believe, made your way over to a friendly inn to outsiders. I believe it was called Gold Bronze Lair, where you determined that the easiest way to gain access to the rest of the city was possibly to gain the favor of the guard captain, or perhaps maybe some other means. And that was when a stone giant with two heads came crashing through a gateway and attacked the bazaar. You ended up helping the guard in the area knock this creature unconscious, when another stone giant came through, thanked you for not killing him, and then requested that he take you to Cairngorm Cavern, which is where the Stone Speakers reside. So, I believe that's correct. Yes? Did I leave anything out?
No, that sounds about right.
All right, so you are all currently following this large stone giant as he kind of carries this other two-headed stone giant, kind of a fireman's carry almost, on his back, across his shoulders. And you are being escorted by a couple of guards as well. The guards are Durgar. He actually walks you past the gates of the Dark Lake District, and you finally get a glimpse of the inside of the city, and you can see the fires from forges and this red smog that almost kind of hangs in the air. And you can't help but breathe it in, and it kind of burns your lungs a little bit the further you get in, until you come across a large kind of furrow in the ground. It almost kind of splits the entire city in half. And they have these strange stone bridges that kind of cross it. The stone bridges themselves seem very sturdy, enough for a stone giant in your entire retinue to cross, until eventually you come towards a large kind of cavern in a large stone wall. And he walks you through. As you're moving throughout the city, though, other guards in the area, and indeed Duragard, just kind of give you a side-eyed glance. You can tell you're not really welcome here, but seeing you with a stone giant and some guards, it seems they tolerate you for the most part. Eventually, you come through a large tunnel in the stone cavern that you're walking through, until it opens up into a large kind of cavern. And here it seems everything is 10 times the size it should be. The chairs, the tables, they're all made out of stone. And you can see a large stone giant here as well. He turns towards you and says to your escorts, basically, thank you. You may leave us now. And they all kind of bow. He seems to carry some sort of weight or authority in this place. They all seem to bow and leave you here. He is huge, at least 30 feet tall. His skin seems to look like it was made out of a dark marble. It seems almost chiseled, and he seems to be wearing very basic clothing, almost a toga and not much else. And he kind of kneels down towards you, but he's not really opening his eyes. It seems he's kind of looking without using them. And he kneels towards you and he says, I am Stone Speaker Hagram. You may introduce yourselves, please.
I'll start. The name is Shay. Shay.
And
Nice to meet
Kurzara.
you. And nice to meet you.
Lavender just kind of like peeks out from behind. Hi, I'm Lavender. Just like hides back.
You have a very light step, Lavin.
And I am Charybdis.
Strong name.
Oh, I was muted, sorry. That's what
I think you are muted.
Your epilogue must be repeated.
Hello, muted.
Yeah,
E5
Ty
thumb.
will do his usual, like, extremely over-the-top flamboyant bow in front of him and be like, my name is Typhonio Xarxes Kith. It is a great pleasure to meet you.
And I, you. I've never met a Gith before.
Interesting. And I have never met a giant prior.
That's okay. We're rather rare in the dreamlands that you come from.
Dreamland.
That's what we call where you're from, not where these other two are from. And he gestures towards Shay and Kurzara. They are from here. You three are from the Dreamlands. There's a picture of a stone giant for you guys.
We're like the size of his shoe.
Pretty much. They're very tall. Maybe not the size of his shoe. But
He holding
They
a
are.
stalagmite in his hand.
Oh my god, it is.
yeah, it is actually.
Jesus.
No, see, it's actually a giant bee stinger.
Yes, you don't want to know where I got this from. Never go there. It's awful. But he says, I've been communing with the stone, and it has told me a great many things. All of the stone giants here commune with the stone, but something happened to my acolyte there. He was cursed by some evil, some darkness bleeding through the ground.
Yeah, it seems like it's affecting a lot more than just your stone giants here, as the town here is suffering from the same ill effects as the last town we came from, and that town was almost destroyed. I'm pretty sure it is destroyed. Swoopletop is no more, as the fish people were pretty much gone to madness beforehand. They were sacrificing people to I could only assume was Demogorgon, and by the looks of it, your friend over here grew a second head, which is a tall tale sign, if I'm not mistaken, of Demogorgon's presence.
Slublodop is gone.
Sloopatop it's gone.
This is saddening news. Something evil stirs in the Underdark, it seems. The rock itself cries out in pain and horror. That madness creeps from the blackest of depths. This is concerning. He stands for a moment and kind of moves out of the room behind a very large stalagmite. Yes. Behind a large stalagmite, and almost seems to fumble with something. And then he seems to come back with a large crystal in his hand. And he kind of holds it and taps the point of it towards his head. And he opens his eyes, and a white light seems to erupt from them. And he says, pay heed to the signs surrounding you. A cave with two faces. Rock devoured, and the land overgrown. The pebble believes itself flesh. The earth rejects its wards, and the tunnels shake with fury. And then he shuts his eyes, and the light that was peering through them closes with them.
It's out of character. That's a pretty cryptic message.
Yeah. I was thinking the
Indeed
same
it
thing.
I have no idea to what that means.
Excellent. I also am aware of how cryptic it is. I didn't write it. But he says, here, take this with you. It will be valuable to you. And he hands the crystal to you. It's about the size of it's about 19 inches long. It's like a shard of quartz.
Oh
And
my
he
god.
gestures towards one of you and kind of holds it out.
Anybody else stepping forward? I guess.
I'll grab it,
Yeah.
I guess.
Say, I am not a person of faith or prophecies. I would not take that.
Yeah.
It's shiny. It's quartz.
What color is it?
It's quartz, not gold.
Dude,
We'll call it
quartz is pretty. Doesn't matter what color it is.
Quartz is clear
For the most part.
for the most part, according to my expert.
Yeah, lavender
Yeah,
takes
for the
it.
most part, it's white, and then if you have rose quartz, it has like a tint of pink.
It's also smoky quartz that has kind of like a brownish gray color
Okay.
through it.
It's
Yeah,
clear,
that too.
It's clear, and when you hold it,
Shiny.
if you want, it turns into a smoky whatever.
So it's 19 inches long. Like that's like a
It's
s-
19 inches long.
it's like almost a
That's
sword.
like a dagger.
Yeah, no, that's like a sword.
I have
It's-
a selenite egg that's about like 6 inches in diameter. It's about like 3 pounds that I bought. So
Yeah.
like I could easily imagine it's still that large.
So if you want, Lavender, you said, was that you who's taking it?
I mean, if no one's gonna reach for it,
I'm not.
Sure. Kurazara, do you want to grab his shard?
When you put it that way,
He is a rock giant.
I will take it if no one else wants to. I leave that decision to the group.
I would take it if it was red, because like that would make more sense for my character. But I think Lavender should have it because she wanted it first. So
But I mean, I have no idea what it is, so I mean,
well, neither do I. But Ty likes crystals, so if you don't want to take it, he will take it.
It is a stone speaker crystal.
no, I'm gonna push Kurazara. Go, go. It's okay.
All right, I will take it on behalf of our group then.
Very well.
Yeah, the female drow leads us.
Pretty much. Definitely leads me.
Yep.
All female drow lead all drow. Makes sense.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Oh, that was out of character.
So, Kurazara, you can add the stone speaker crystal to your inventory. I believe it's in the system. He says, at some point in your future, this may be useful. But as with all prophecy, it is cryptic and unclear to me and rather frustrating.
Have you encountered any other beings from the abyss? Marilis, Vrox, Hezro?
There's something underneath Gracklestew. It wriggles and moves about quickly like termites.
I runs his fingers through his beard as he thinks about it, and he's like, he kind of looks up at the stone giant and like, I don't know any demons like that.
I fear it is more than one.
Is it everywhere or just here?
From what the stone tells me, it comes from further north and it has originated and spread here. There is madness in the Phasers.
And what's to the north of us?
Gracklestew is south. To the north is everything.
You guys are very descriptive on your stuff, and we appreciate that.
Yes. I confess I am far more elaborate with my words than my stone giant brothers.
Yeah, man, it goes without saying on that one.
I feel like this dude's pretty down to earth.
Although I lie. The Labyrinth and the Sharn lands are to the south. But do not go there.
Shit, man, that sounds exactly where I want to go.
Horrific monsters lurk in the Labyrinth.
And like cool treasure and stuff, that's like my jam.
Many an adventurer full of many a heavy pocket has met an untimely end in the Labyrinth.
You are not selling this to me at all, because man, I am buying that.
Truly.
We need to go to Blinding Stone anyway. We have to find my creche so we can purge this realm of the demonic presence.
I only hear the whispers of the dead from Blingden Stone.
Blingden Stone's destroyed?
I do not know.
Oh, okay.
But from Slublodop I hear the quiet sound of sticks being laid on the ground.
And what of what was the place the fungus guy was from?
Neverlight Grove.
Neverlight Grove? Yeah. Is there any word for Neverlight Grove?
I hear the sound of rock being broken and torn by strong roots. And screaming.
Seems like everywhere's hitting the fan.
Yeah, I'm starting to catch that too.
I fear for the future of the Underdark.
Well, to be fair, Underdark wasn't the nicest place to begin with.
This is true.
Is there any way to stop the madness that you know of?
I unfortunately do not.
Could you put that in a cryptic way so that we wouldn't, like that was like a definite answer? Could you give us like a something to do with rocks and water and shit?
The portal of stone may or may not one day beseech the answer upon me, and yet it is hidden like a seed in the dirt.
That's the shit I was looking for. Thank you.
You are most welcome.
Ty looks up at the stone giant and says, "Do you know of any of the other demon lords who have surfaced besides Demogorgon? Any rumors? Or
Like sand in an hourglass, so are the days of our lives."
That's my favorite. The oozes have been acting up. Something is strange with them.
We found one of these oozes that has become sentient, believe it or not.
It's really normal.
A sentient ooze.
Yeah. An Anamorphous Annihilator, apparently.
How strange. It speaks to you?
yes, it can speak.
Yeah, telepathically, of course.
It's the dark crystal.
Most concerning.
Bro, that thing looks dope as fuck. You could turn that into a
Yeah, it's really cool.
turn that to a sword? Put a hilt on that thing? Sorry.
The stone speaker crystal?
Yeah, like, that looks cool, by the way.
It is really neat.
Let me read what it says.
Picture in the book. It is neat though.
It might be beneficial to Lavender if she wants to attune to it.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. That looks more like a lavender kind of thing.
Yeah, speak with animals, speak with dead, speak with plants. This will be very useful in the future.
You could speak.
Speak to lots of things.
Is there any way that we can eliminate the whatever nasty fog that's driving everyone crazy in this place?
The fog is from the forges.
Yeah, but it has a thing for divination. I don't use divination.
No, but you use all the other stuff on there. The spell, something to do with.
The advantaged investigation checks.
Oh, well, I mean...
I mean, either way, it's something I could potentially use as well.
You guys can always pass it around as well, as long as you attune to it.
It doesn't matter who gets it.
Pretty much
Steal it
anyone
in the night anyway.
Yeah.
These slutty magical items.
Can you take us to the dragon? Does he know about the situation?
Thembashu. He has problem of his own. but I can take you to him, and you can tell him if you prefer.
That's like Ty's dream. We should make that happen, man.
Yeah, he does want to talk to the dragon. He is of that kinship, but how would his? I mean, you're from here. How would he take that news?
He might eat
Don't
you.
take the dudes with us, man. I mean, come on, kind of keep that guy in his own place. They're by the boat now, anyway.
If you visit Embershode and he doesn't like you, he might eat you.
Oh,
Well, Ty, let us know how that works out for you.
Well, a red dragon would never eat me. I am one of Vlaakith's children, and we have a deal with his lady, Tiamat.
Would you say that Blacketh would never let you get abducted by drows either?
Looks at Shay and then, like, scratches his head a little bit and is like, well, I mean, this is a test.
Oh, that's fair.
Blacketh is trying to make me prove my strength by leading us out of this horrid situation.
Isn't Blacketh an evil lich?
So is Tiamat, an evil goddess.
Yeah, I don't know about if your perspective's in the right direction.
I do see that our fates are bound to whatever is happening here. You do remember what Demon Gorgon said onto us. Or at least I did.
Sorry, I was kind of paralyzed during that time. I don't really remember much.
Yeah, I pooped my pants and you guys carried me, remember?
Charybdis looks very concerned on the situation. That's all.
Now we're down, man. Let's go find that dragon. If you allowed us an audience with him, I think that's a good direction to go with. All kidding aside.
Is there anything else that we can help you with, Mr. Stone Giant
Any
Man?
side quests?
Yeah, I was trying to lead to that.
Does he have an explanation point over his head?
He does not.
Okay, we're done here.
We're done here.
All his dialogue options turn gray.
I'm gonna attune here so I can always recall back to here when I'm done, and then we should go to meet the dragon.
Just quick save right before you go in there.
Yeah.
What happens if I do piss off the dragon? Will I get an immediate game over?
Well,
No, for now.
why did boss music start playing?
It's a really big health bar at the bottom of the screen.
Just go
There's
to the edge
a
of the
zone
map.
and a vendor right before a big open arena. Nothing bad can happen.
A lot of healing items in front of this door.
There's a lot of healing potions in front of this door.
Why is there 40 skeletons right before here?
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's just scenery.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Absolutely.
Or when it's like you can't save when the enemies are nearby. What?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Can't save in combat, but I'm not in combat.
Roll initiative.
So, but yes, Hegram does say, I will grant you an audience with the dragon.
Thank you, gracious stone giant. I will send word of this to my queen, and though she may be harsh, she bestows great gifts upon those who offer her assistance.
Thank you. Follow me. And he begins to stomp his way out of the cavern. And he seems to take you towards the very opposite end of the town, towards this kind of area here at the bottom. And he stops just short of a large cavern with a small stone building built in front of it. And he kind of bends down and knocks on the door. And a Durgar with a long white beard and dressed in these white clothes with a kind of red accents and flames that seem to be sewn into them answers the door. And they seem to have a very quick conversation. in Giant. I don't know if any of you speak that.
I mean, I can if I want to link up, but I'm not that concerned about it.
It's mainly just I have granted them an audience with the dragon. This was not what we agreed upon. And
Sure,
then
we kind of get the gist of that pretty quick from their conversation.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure.
And then eventually the stone giant stands up and walks away, and you are left with this Duragar, who then turns to you and he says, "My name is Gartakar."
Greetings, Gartakar. Me and my adventuring party here are here on behalf of the stone giant to meet the dragon. His golden eyes kind of light up with like an almost childlike excitement.
Right. Some ground rules before you go in. Don't touch him. Don't try to take anything from his hoard.
I don't see that being a problem.
And he kind of leans towards you a little bit. He says, "Maybe it would be good of you to let us know what he asks of you. We are the keepers of the flame. We take care of the dragon. It would be important for us to know what he wants from."
Out of character, you guys are putting me in a fucking dragon with a horde, and I'm a thief.
And
Today
now
might be a good day to die. I'm just letting you know, I am going to fucking take something.
Mm-hmm.
Just heads up, this is gonna happen, so...
Well, there's a little block here in the book that says treasure. Right there.
Oh, I'm
Just
fucking...
in case someone does
I'm
want to try.
straight McDucking this shit, man. I'm gonna dive head first.
Yeah, but you would be smart enough to scope out the place first, right?
Of course I would, but I'm just telling you, it's gonna happen.
Closey, do whatever you want for your character.
Yeah, play your character.
That's the moment, man. I'm telling you. If I roll a couple ones, it's over.
OOC, if you do try to steal from the dragon, Ty's not gonna help you out. Just.
Oh no worries, man. Hey, it's all good. I'm just out of character. I don't want there to be any illusions of what the fuck I'm about to do.
Okay.
So, the Duragar priest leads you. Go ahead. Oh, I thought someone wanted to say something quick before I throw you into this room with a dragon. Speak now, forever hold your peace.
Good.
All right. The Duragar priest leads you to a building carved from the stone just outside a huge cavern entrance. As he enters, the ground trembles slightly, and then a thunderous voice seems to echo against every wall. "Gartakar, you didn't say I was having surface dwellers for dinner, and a couple drow for dessert." The Duragar priest kind of leans over to you and he says, "Foreign interlopers," and he kind of speaks loudly so the dragon can hear you. "Meet the father of flame, the ever-burning, and the foundry's heart. Thembershode, the wormsmith of Gracklestew." And as he says this, a large, almost kind of overweight red dragon kind of stomps and slithers his way forward out of the shadows. And you can see gold kind of fall out from behind him. And he says, "Thank you, Gartakar. You may go." And then he quickly bows and leaves. This creature is massive. It could probably eat the stone giant. In some places, it looks like he has. He kind of stomps forward and narrows his head down towards you guys, and he says, "So, who are you, and why are you here?
I will fall to his knees and do a kowtow before the dragon.
Good. I accept this.
And he says, I am Typhonios Xarxes Kith of the Githyanki. It is a pleasure to meet such a beautiful, magnificent beast such as yourself.
Thank you. It's rare to see a Gith this far underground in Gracklestew, to say the least. Who are your compatriots?
We have two Elisatrian drow who have renounced Lolth. They are Shay and Kurizawa, and he does motion for the other people to similarly bow before the dragon.
I'll see.
I will definitely bow.
We have Charybdis, a mighty warrior from lands far beyond this, and Lavender, the Herongon.
I do a little bow.
I haven't had rabbit in a while.
I dare say I would make for a poor snack.
I suppose. And he kind of adjusts himself, like kind of slithers as best he can to kind of roll himself onto his belly, and you can see all this gold and platinum pieces and gemstones just kind of curl around him, and he says, so, and he almost seems to put his fingers in like a pyramid of some sorts as he kind of connects his fingertips.
It's gluttonous spot.
Oh yeah.
Futurama.
What are you doing here in Gracklestew?
We have been forced to flee from Slubladop after it was destroyed by the Prince of Demons.
The what?
Demogorgon is on this realm.
I see.
His maddening influence has already appeared in your town.
We have suspicion to believe Jubilex might also be in the material realm. My great Vermilion master.
Hey, while they're talking, can I just kind of, do a little inspection, see what's going on with that treasure?
Sure, what would you like to know?
See, like, is there anything that looks particularly easy to get a hold of? Maybe there's something off to the side he's not really paying attention to. I'm gonna work with the easy pickings first and see if there's something that really catches my eye.
Roll me a D100.
Oh, I like where this is going already. That's a 73.
It seems like there is a potion in a stoppered bottle. It seems gold, but every once in a while it swirls with a little bit of black inside. And it seems to have, as he kind of adjusted himself and rolled over to get more comfortable, it kind of rolled out. And it doesn't seem like he's paying attention to it. As Ty is kind of talking and his attention is kind of on him, every once in a while it flicks over to all of you, and then Ty again seems to compliment him, and he kind of nods and closes his eyes and plays with strokes some of the horns growing out from his chin like a beard. He's like, yes.
I'd like to do a sleight of hand on that, please.
Absolutely.
I'd like to not die. Okay, I'm rolling lucky dice. Let's see what we get here. That's going to be a 17 plus 5 is 22.
Ooh, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. Let's see what I get on my perception. I'd probably be at disadvantage, I'd say. Because Ty is so magnanimous with his compliments. What did you get?
22.
Okay. He doesn't seem to notice as you reach down and kind of grab for that. And you pocket it and kind of put it away real quick before anyone notices.
Yep.
But you don't know what it is.
Oh, it's just stealing from the dragons. They'll rush enough, man. I can give a shit what it is. That shit could be Coke Classic for all I care.
But Thumber Showed kind of continues his conversation. He says, "This is problematic, to say the least. So, that could mean the end of Grackle Stew if one of those entities were to come here.
But surely you have the power to... Even the Prince of Demons cannot face off against the might of an Elder Red Dragon.
Are you saying I'm old?
No, but you are wise. And that itself shows that you have lived through many experiences.
It's true, I am quite wise. I like you. So I think I can ask you for something. These keepers of the flame, these individuals who claim to worship me, I feel like they're hiding something from me.
What could they elude from your sight?
Excellent question. I'm not sure. But I'm beginning to think they have some sort of mind trickery. And I think they're trying to ply me with gold coins to distract me from their mental disillusionment.
So you believe...
Oh, go ahead.
So you believe there is a coup?
Well, I believe I'm not the first red dragon of Grackle Stew. And I want to know what happened before me and what they think will happen after me. I think the Keepers are going to ask you to do something, and I think they're going to ask you to hide it from me. I want you to tell me what it is.
Of course, it would be an insult to the natural order for any creature to question the will of someone so powerful as yourself. It would be to deny Vlaakith.
I like you a lot. Truly, you understand how powerful and respectful it is for a dragon to be in your mere presence.
Where do we begin?
We're probably gonna need some kind of blessing or boon from you that gives us access to the city. They don't trust us as it is.
I will make you keepers of the flame. You will receive a pendant that will allow you to walk through the city. I can't guarantee the Durgar won't harass you, but simply show them this pendant and you'll be allowed to go about your business mostly unhampered, should the Deep King have any reservations about that. I'll deal with it.
Do you think the Deep King is involved in this?
I suspect so. Him and his bloodline has been a part of Grackle Stew for, 500 years or so now.
And how long have you been here?
Just shy of 3.
Seems like a good place to start asking questions.
Well, you don't just walk up to a king, though.
This is true. The Hold of the Deep King is one of the most heavily guarded places in Grackle Stew.
Bet she's got some good shit to steal, too.
Absolutely, he does.
Is there something that you're looking for that is in his hoard?
I have no knowledge of anything that he could have that I could want right now. Just the information on what the other keepers are hiding from me.
Unfortunately, knowledge sometimes is harder to get than items.
That's right.
This is true.
I hate to bring this up because my friend is such enamored with you. I'm not as I'm very respectful for you. I wouldn't mind, getting a little bit of payment if I do this for you.
You help me, and your payment will be substantial.
Your definition of substantial or mine?
You kind of see Ty's head almost whip around and like give Shay like a death glare.
That's half the reason I'm fucking doing it.
Let's go with your definition of substantial.
I like it. Ty, I like your friend. He's really fun.
Can I insight check, please?
On a dragon? Yeah, he's fucking with you.
Absolutely, you can.
15.
You're probably aware of the old adage, never cut a deal with a dragon. There's always some red tape, there's always something that they might be holding back, or they might just not uphold their end of the bargain. As for Thembershode, he's kind of difficult to get a read on, but he seems to have more than enough. Although, again, dragons don't like to share.
Well, that and also his task that he's giving us. Do I think he's being honest about that?
That you'd see, it seems like he's being honest about. It seems he does genuinely think the Keepers of the Flame are keeping something from him, and he would like you to tell him what that is.
Okay, I'm good.
Well, if none of you have anything else to ask me.
Nope. I agreed to these terms. I would have to discuss this with our compatriots, but it sounds like something's going wrong.
I would be honored
able to help.
Oh, sorry. I would be honored to assist you. I have one last question, unrelated to this topic, however.
Yes.
Have you sensed any other red dragons or of other chromatic dragons nearby? I've lost my creche and I seek to find them again.
I heard the call of what I thought was a young red dragon about 5 years ago down here. But I confess, I have not heard it since.
Thank you, thou of exquisite ruby scales. Ty's gonna stand up and bow again.
They are exquisite, aren't they? Yes. Go now. I wish to roll in my gold.
He nods and like tries to usher everyone out as the dragon commands.
He starts to kind of like roll himself like how a cat is when they get catnip. Just kind of like rubs himself in his gold.
It's like a big,
What a-
fat, sassy dragon.
Oh, yeah.
Got it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Do you have the picture from the book? You should put it in the chat. It's pretty good.
Now forever, I'm going to think of dragons as cats.
They kind of are in some regards. Good old Thembershode. But yes, as you guys are leaving, we'll guys leave the cavern and head back out towards the entrance, I assume.
Yep.
As you make your way out, you're kind of stopped by one of the by Gartakar, actually. And he'll pause and say, what did he say to you?
That we are to become members of your order.
You got these shiny new badges, and we're going to need to see we're going to need to go to your oldest archives and check them. He put us on a special mission.
The archives? Why?
We're here to help clear out this demon influence, and we need to figure out how it got here.
And we believe the archives could tell us. I can roll deception out of character.
Sure.
Awesome.
I'd like to help. Oh,
Alright, yeah, so Ty is given the help action as well, so you can roll that at a... You can roll another one of those and take the higher Charybdis.
Okay, 1 second. I definitely will do that. That took forever to roll. Where... Man, this thing is lagging. I'm gonna have to switch to something else. Okay, 1 second.
It's all good.
It's lagging on my side too.
Yeah, mine too.
The 13 on deception. +6.
So that actually beats what I rolled. Because, well, if Thembershode wants you, I'm not sure I can deny you, especially if you are becoming keepers of the flame. There's a picture of Thembershode.
Hey, can I pull Lavender to the side, like at the end, like out of the ender?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, you like potions and stuff, right?
Yeah.
That is a fat dragon.
he is.
Damn, that is a tubby.
That is a fat fucking dragon.
He's rather hefty.
He would not pass neck and tape and
That's a
neck.
chunky boy.
He would not pass tape.
Nope.
I want to hand the potion over to Lavender and say, hey, could you tell me what this is by any chance?
Yes, when we're in a spot that we can do it. Do you really want me to do it out here in the open?
I do not, just whenever you get a chance.
Okay.
Well, Gartakar says, and he says, pin those badges to your lapels immediately. It would be unfortunate if the Stone Guard were to catch you and you had no identification. You are keepers of the flame, and as such, don't make us look bad. Although perhaps... Yes.
We are here. I am here to represent my people. I would hate to leave the bad impression of the Githyanki upon you.
Well, I'm a Duragar, so just about everything has a bad impression on me.
Can I see if there's like a place where the smoke is coming from, like centralized, or is it coming from all over?
It seems to be coming from like every forge in the area, and the forges are just about everywhere. The smoke seems to be an unfortunate not natural, but an unfortunate constant in Grackle Stew.
So
Can I go up to like one of the closer ones and just kind of see what's going on with it?
Absolutely. Make me a perception check. Perception.
7, not so much.
do you feel
There's a lot of smoke coming through. It's hot. You can hear the clanging of metal, a hammer against an anvil. It looks like they're making blades, but you can't make out much else.
Fair enough.
Yeah. But he says, I guess if you're to gain access to our oldest archives, you are to go to the Hall of Sacred Scrolls.
to the Hall of Sacred Scrolls? We must make haste.
And he kind of begrudgingly walks you almost kind of back to the other side of town, but not quite to the Dark Lake District, off over here to the left, as it would be. And you come to, it looks like a large stone door. It seems to have been carved directly into the wall, but it doesn't look like it opens in any way. The only way to enter the Hall of Sacred Scrolls is through magic. Can any of you cast Dimension Door or Pass Wall?
I can cast Dispel Magic.
I'm afraid that would not help.
Well, shit.
No, we do not have the ability to travel through solid objects or stone.
Take my hands. I, Gartakar, will bring you surface dwellers and drow into the Hall of Sacred Scrolls, because the dragon asked you to. And may I not be
Dragons.
executed for this.
It will be quite an honor to see your people's writings. I'm already impressed with their architecture.
I don't like teleportation.
And this guy's a dick.
If you like, you can wait out here.
No, I'll go inside, but you're still a dick.
You're not the first person to tell me that. You
Hey.
all kind of link hands. Charybdis, are you going?
Yeah, I just don't
All
like.
right.
I just don't like Dimension Door.
Fair. And it almost seems like the world kind of whips around you like a gust of wind. And before you know it, you are in what looks like a very large library with a statue of some deity that you don't think you recognize without a religion check. Kind of in the center.
Truly remarkable.
Oh yeah, that's that one thing. 18.
Let's see. I'm afraid I cannot stay here long. And as anyone who got over a 15 on their religion check, would know. That is actually of the god Dorinka.
Dorinka?
Yes, it is the god of the Darrow. And he turns to you and he says, "For you see, this is Darrow territory. Durgar are not supposed to enter here."
Why do you leave the Darrow tasked with sorting your sacred scrolls?
It's a part of their area of West Cleft. It resides in their district. It's less a situation of allowing and more a situation of have to.
Well, I suppose we should begin our search.
Can I ping detect magic, see if there's anything magic in here?
There is a shitload of magic in here.
Also, is there anybody else with us? Thank you.
So, aside from the crystal that Kurzara, I think, has, which is exuding a lot of magic. The potion that you have is magical. Many of the scrolls in here are, and there are some magical moving things kind of in the upper floors. You think they might be people moving around very quickly.
Whoa. Out of
Anything
character.
besides scrolls, or is it that's pretty much just it?
It seems pretty much just scrolls in here.
Okay, 10-4.
Although it seems very opulent.
Only we had the time to read all of these. So much knowledge in one place. It's extraordinary.
Yes.
So if Durgar are not supposed to be here, are we also not supposed to be here? Even with our medallions?
The Council of Savants are not particularly friendly to the Keepers of the Flame, so I would not linger here long.
Is there a Dewey Decimal System just lying around?
Unfortunately, no.
Let's start cracking some books. I'm looking for the oldest books I possibly can find.
Perception?
Sure. Or investigation? I don't know.
Sure, if you like. If you want to look with your eyes, it'd be perception. With your hands, it'd be investigation.
Yeah, they're both 0, so you know.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Could I use my history skill to look at a scroll and kind of judge? Because, like, I should be able to tell approximately how old it is based off of, like, how stained the parchment is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
I have no idea what I'm looking for.
So, it seems that everything in here is organized by... It seems everything in here is kind of organized, not sort of alphabetical, but by event, by timeline. And you can actually kind of see, Ty, now that you're really looking for it, it's kind of shaped in a U, this area, and everything on the left side seems to have been old and faded, and as it slowly moves its way to the right and wraps back around, the parchments seem to become newer and kind of clearer and whiter and things like that. In fact, some of the older things on the left side are actually chiseled in stone in some places.
Yeah, Ty is going to say the library is organized chronologically. So over here we have our oldest, and over there, the youngest records.
Well, let's have somebody start with the oldest, somebody start with the newest, and start making our way towards the middle.
I would like to look at the oldest, but I can't read Dwergar, so. I assume they're written in Dwarvish, yes?
Well, that's the interesting thing.
I can read Dwarvish. I also know Draconic. I learned it while I was in school. All these books sure really make me hate my past.
So I can speak Abyssal if there's anything written in Abyssal. I would know.
Let me do a quick check. So, they're written in a combination of Dwarvish and Undercommon.
I have Undercommon.
Yeah, as do I.
And Draconic for some odd reason. I don't know why. I think it was a background. Abyssal too.
I mean, there are worse things to speak than the language of dragons.
Yeah. I have Abyssal.
Because they're respectful.
I have Abyssal, I guess, from Yonti. Yeah, Yonti gives me Abyssal. Wow.
So, let's see. Lavender. What were you looking for, Lavender?
Stuff.
I think you're muted.
Anything that sort of seems, I guess, interesting on the previous dragons, I guess, that were in Grackle Stew.
So, you've come across a sort of historical document that seems to be written in Undercommon by a Darrow, by a former slave Darrow. It details kind of the events of around 500 years ago, where the Darrow kind of rose up and sort of rebelled against the Duragar and tried their best to sort of gain a foothold in Gracklestew. And they actually won their independence. During this time, there was also a regime change in Gracklestew, and the new lineage of Deep Kings started there.
So if they won their independence, why are they all secluded into the archives?
Well, from what you've been able to gather, just based on what you've seen out and around Gracklestew, because it doesn't really say it in this here scroll, but you do think that the Duragar do still kind of shun the Darrow, but they don't treat them as slaves any longer.
Okay.
So they're basically the Irish and they got it.
Basically. But you do also come across a final thing that says, during this upheaval, the Keepers of the Flame killed the previous Forge Worm before it reached full adulthood. And they were forced to replace it early using another egg that they found. And that they should find one. They were worried it would rise up and attempt to subdue all the races in Gracklestew and turn them all into slaves.
So they like to raise a dragon in their own, like, the way they want, right? Mm-hmm. Until they can't control it anymore and they get rid of it.
Yes, exactly.
Flushing an alligator down the toilet when it gets too big.
Yeah.
Basically. We use this dragon to fuel the forges, and then when we can't control it anymore, they attack it psychically, and then use a new egg to raise a new dragon baby?
How did they get the dragon eggs?
That is a wonderful question.
Well,
Raise
that's
me
our
a
little
dragon.
home that we just found.
So, you come across a word that says, you come across something that translates roughly to Githyanki. And it says trades and weapons, and basically you get the idea that it seems that the Durgard here trade weapons and armaments to the Gith in exchange for a dragon egg.
Oh shit, you've been selling out your own kind.
I kinda nudge Ty.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, did you know this is happening?
That what's happening?
The Gith are selling dragons?
That doesn't make any sense. I kind of give her like a confused look, like as why would he almost chuckles a little bit in disbelief, seemingly. We are the closest of allies. I mean, it's possible that we gave, but we would never kill a dragon or allow a dragon to be killed.
There's always extremes, and the world is dark and full of terrors.
There's a clan name as well associated with them. It is the Tother Ka Githyanki.
Should I roll history?
If you like, yeah, absolutely.
That's an 18.
You are aware that the Tother Ka were outliers. They didn't really adhere to the more religious strictures or methods of the other Gith. They were kind of heretical in a way.
Right. Well, Ty's gonna pull the no true Scotsman and be like, oh, these scum aren't even Gith. They have no understanding of our religion. They have rejected the ways of Vlaakith.
So it is possible that this is what's going on. History is, repeats itself.
Do you have any more information about what kind of psychic attacks they use on the dragons?
Gold's pretty much been what they've been using so far, right?
Yeah, that would require another investigation, because this is mostly a historical document.
I would say, hey, we should probably look into that, because I ain't gonna do it, because my investigation sucks.
I'll rifle through some more books.
All help.
I think the crystal can also give you something on investigation, or something on intelligence checks or something.
Advantage, yeah.
You can roll that again and take the higher if you prefer.
17.
So, you seem to come across another very old document of Darrow design about the hunting and killing of Duragar during the Revolution. It's very cold and sinister in its instruction. It talks about how the Durgar can enlarge themselves, can make themselves invisible, how some of the stronger ones have psychic abilities similar to that of mind flayers that they have discovered. It seems they're able to attack with force energy from their minds to kind of sort of bludgeon something without a weapon. And indeed, some of them even have the ability to summon blades and kill with a weapon that didn't exist before.
Well, I've heard of that before.
Indeed, you have.
Yeah, it sounds awful familiar.
Can I use one of my psychic whispers and link up Charybdis and Lavender with myself?
Yeah.
So just the three of us are hearing what I'm saying in my mind. You can respond as a normal conversation. Understand we have this information that if we give this to the Red Dragon, this is what he wants. He's probably going to kill them. What is the right direction to go on this? Because you're either going to side with the dwarves or side with the big red dragon.
Well, not all the Dwemer here are Dwemer. Not all the Duergar here are of the sacred flame.
He'll kill them if we find this out. He'll strike first without them warning. A lot of people are going to die. Or we do nothing, and eventually they're going to kill the dragon. I didn't bring Ty into this because there is no option with him. He knows what he's going to side with the dragon no matter what. Giving a elder red dragon a full city, is that the direction we want to go with?
To be fair, he doesn't look actually that old.
Well, you know what I mean. You want to give this city to a fat dragon?
Yeah, that's more accurate.
Honestly, Cryptus, I believe that the ways of these people are their own volitions, and that if we do give this to the dragon, this information, he might further our advances into finding out if this is even more true, or giving you your reward and we step off. You know what I'm saying?
There's going to be a lot of pain after we give him this information. Listen, I'm probably as mercenary as any of us in here, and I really don't necessarily care. I'm just letting you know that there's going to be some major consequences if we give him this information.
I'm willing to see how it plays out.
Lavender, what do you think?
I say we give it to him.
I have no qualms with giving him this information. It seems like he was very concerned about his well-being. He knows something bad is happening. Like, he didn't seem like a bad dragon.
Red dragons are always bad, and fat dragons are fat for a reason.
I would say misunderstood.
You think a red dragon
would you
is
rather
misunderstood?
Would you rather be on the bad side of the red dragon and fight it for, not giving him information, or
Well, the scroll just tells you right there that they killed the dragon before, so to say that we'd be on the wrong side of it, yeah, I mean, yes or no. I'm just bringing out the options, man. I'm not telling you what we should do. I'm just saying straight up, if you give this red dragon this information, this is what's going to happen. We'll get a reward, and a lot of people are going to die. I mean, that's what I feel. I mean, maybe that's not what happens, but I mean, I kind of have that notion that's what's going to happen.
Let God sort them out.
Which one?
No joke, there's too many of them.
Not Helm. Don't care about that one.
So Ty's going to go on the direction of the dragon for sure. Sister is probably going to be on the path of less people dying, which would not involve giving the dragon what it wants. So sidebarring what we're going to be the three that kind of decide the direction we go on this.
Oh, you have my input. I think we should give him the info.
Yeah, I mean, no one said anything to keep information secret, so, and I mean, I'm for giving it to him.
Okay, that's fine. That's all I wanted to know.
3 for the dragon then?
No, I'm down. I just wanted to make sure that that was the right decision, or that was the group's decision. I'm not gonna say the group's decision.
I mean, he's basically like pleading for his life. I mean, he doesn't know if they're gonna kill him or not, but he knows something's.
You're so I mean obviously Ty's not in this conversation, but he's standing by, he's starting to fume almost as he's muttering under his breath, what a bunch of istics. How could they disrespect a being like this, much less a dragon? Truly disgraceful.
Are there people like in the room watching us by any chance?
There's Gartakar, but he is sort of waiting where the imprint of the stone door is. He seems like he does not want to be here. It almost seems like he's kind of, it seems like it's like he's like a kid that's sort of in a place he's not supposed to be. His hands are kind of together, he's standing up very straight, and he's just kind of, his eyes are shifting back and forth very quickly.
Well, they've been poring over that. I want to look at some of the newer stuff that's undercommon to see if I can find what might have changed to bring with the demon stuff.
It speaks, you find one that seems to speak about a group called the Grey Ghosts. And it's difficult to read. The handwriting itself seems rather hurried. Almost like someone was kind of writing an account in secret. It says something about the Grey Ghosts, an alchemical laboratory down in the Whirlstone tunnels. The Phaserus has warped the land here, and they have taken the obelisk inside. I am unsure what they plan to do with the egg.
All right. Are you guys? You think you guys found what we need over there?
In parenthesis mine, I'm gonna say, hey, distract the guy that brought us in here real quick. Have him face away from me.
Sure thing. I'm gonna go grab the guy at the front entrance and ask him.
Are you ready to leave?
Uh, yeah.
The dogs are unkind.
I'm going to try to deceive him to get him to look the other direction as I ask him about Randra's things that are in front of me. The 25.
Fuck yeah. I want to steal the scrolls that have all that information so I can present to the dragon. I was hoping to get an advantage from having him distracted.
Definitely get an advantage from that one, I'll tell you that. Look over there. What?
Listen, I'll be like, listen, that Duergar right here, you said Duergars aren't supposed to be in here. That one right there, and I'm just pointing to an invisible thing, right? Is
that would be a nat 20 plus 5, so 25.
Damn. Yeah, you snag that and put it away.
So it'd be the one that basically talks about what happened to the old dragon, and then the one that says something about how they killed the other.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can nab the both. If you want, you can nab the new one as well. That,
Can I just nab anything that would look magical?
That would be a little bit harder. There's not really objects about. It's mostly...
Okay, that's fine. I don't want to push my luck. That's fine. I'll take those three.
Well, yeah, you nab all those. But he says, another Duergar in here? That shouldn't be. We're not allowed in here.
I could have sworn it.
We've been here too long. We should leave.
I believe so as well. Let's leave. Hold hands.
Hold hands. It's very important.
Find your buddy.
Lavender reaches out her soft little bunny paw and like holds hand.
The world kind of swims and rushes around you again, and you are back out into the smog-filled realm of Grackle Stew. Well, hope you found what you were looking for.
Yep, back to the dragon.
I believe we did.
Yes, we must return to Thembershode immediately.
Very well.
I thought it said Timber Chud.
I mean, that might be how it's pronounced, but it seems like the French pronunciation, Thembershode. But anyway. So, he takes you back to the cavern. And he says, O great Thembershode, we have returned, and your servants have information for you. And he just kind of stands there. And then Thembershode says, be gone. And he kind of nods and then quickly rushes out of the chamber.
I'm going to give the scrolls to Ty so he can present them in a way better way than I ever could.
So does he enter the room, or is he waiting in the background for the dramatic entrance?
I mean, he's kind of already there. He hasn't really moved.
Oh.
He's kind of like buried himself in his pile. It's not as big a pile of gold as you would expect it to be for a dragon. You've heard of mountains of gold. It doesn't seem like there's that much here comparative to the legends.
Ty's going to take a knee and kind of hold out the scroll and says, my scaly, magnanimous lord, we have discovered that the Dwergar, they will betray you. They plan on murdering you because, like some in your past, you have begun to see your true glory as a being of immense elemental power.
He kneels his large head down, kind of squints his eyes in an effort to read the scroll with the small text. And as he kind of gets to the end, he's like, roll that bit out a little bit more, please.
Ty does as he asks.
And then after a moment, you can kind of see the claw that's sort of against the ground start to curl into the stone and leave deep grooves as he kind of digs it in. And you can hear this large inhale, and his large chest kind of expands as he sucks in all this air. And you can smell sulfur for a moment. And he exhales sharply. You can see embers kind of exude from his nostrils. Very well. Any more information? He seems to be holding back some sort of emotion.
Yes, a clan of heretical Gith apparently are trading dragon eggs for Dwergar weapons. It would be my honor in the name of my queen, and to honor your kind, to hunt them down and slaughter them.
You would have my blessing in such an action. Anything else?
That may have to wait. I think they've already gotten another egg based on what I saw in the other scroll.
Do you say that out loud, or?
Yeah, because I wasn't in part of the conversation, so I wasn't aware of that past until just now.
Okay. He would turn to you, Kurazara. You can actually see it looks like it's like your whole body could fit in his mouth if he wanted. And he turns to you and he says, "Show me this other scroll."
Alright, I have point out the newer scroll of the 3 that were taken and point to the area where it talked about the gray ghost taking the egg to the whirl stone tunnels.
The bastards. So they've lost it.
Are you aware of what these gray ghosts may be?
The Grey Ghosts are the Thieves Guild in Gracklestew. A group of Darrow who see themselves as professional thieves, acquisitioners, things like that. That means the Keepers no longer have it if the Grey Ghosts took it. I'm unsure of what this obelisk is, or of the Whirlstone tunnels.
Was out of character, was he aware that they had an egg?
No, this seems like news to him.
Oh, okay.
He just rocked his world.
Yeah. He's probably really pissed right now.
Oh yeah, you've essentially been like, look, here's the resume for your replacement.
Yeah.
But was the tunnels or the obelisk mentioned by the giants? I don't remember for sure.
It could have been that cryptic message he told us.
He
But
mentioned a cave with 2 faces, a pebble believing it's flesh, and a tunnel shaking in fury.
I don't know.
It's possible.
I have no idea what that is.
Then the guy that grew a second head, wasn't he praying at an obelisk or something?
That's right. Or no, he said he was speaking to the stone.
He was speaking to the stone.
In other words, he was praying to whatever they worship.
Pretty much.
Okay. I like Crib just like nudges Shay. Ready for your reward, I guess? So what you gonna get?
We get out of here with our lives. That's pretty much a good one.
I want you to find this egg and bring it to me.
Are you gonna kill it?
No, I don't think I will. I think Gracklestew would benefit from having a larger dragon presence.
Yeah, seems pretty good.
Forgive my forwardness on this one. We've done what you asked. We'd like to have a reward, and if you want to talk about more business, we would be more than willing to talk about that after we've been thoroughly rewarded.
Make a persuasion check.
Against a dragon, can't see that going wrong.
Fair's day work for a fair's day pay.
17 plus 4 is 21.
Even with my advantage. He kind of turns to you and he says, the Darrow have been gifting me this, not the Darrow, the Duragar have been gifting me this paltry pile of nothing. Here. And he kind of reaches down and sort of picks up 3 garnets and hands them to you. Your payment.
Thank you.
They are worth 100 gold each.
All right, that was good. Do you know where this thieves guild usually hangs out?
I do not. I have no knowledge of the Darrow and their operations in Ladderger's Furrow.
I believe that with an ally I potentially made at the tavern, we might be able to find more information in the Darrow Quarter.
Good luck. The captain of the guard would probably be a good bet to start with as well. She will probably help you. She runs in with Darrow all the time.
She's not a member of the Keeper of the Flames or anything, is she?
No, she's a member of the Stone Guard. I suspect the membership of the Keeper of the Flames is going to be greatly diminished by the time you return.
I didn't laugh out loud, but you know, I nod in agreement.
May their deaths be swift.
Some.
I'll be
For
right.
those that you provide it to, you are a merciful lord indeed, and I will bow again.
Out of character. I'll be right back. I gotta put the kids to bed.
Sure thing.
Well, nothing else, Ty. Be a good chance. You go over to talk to him and your new buddy, and we'll go to the captain of the guard and see what we can get up and meet back up again.
Do you want Ty to go alone? Like, we could get, like, ambushed.
No.
What? I'm confused. Sorry.
What's the worst that can happen? Does just drow
I'll
after
go over there
you?
if you want. I mean, if you need help, is what it is.
Is the captain of the guard in the same area of the city?
No. The captain of the guard is in a place called... Oh. You would have to gather that information, I suppose. But she is not here.
So I suppose Ty would probably ask Lavender and Charybdis if they wanted to go to speak to find his Darrow friend that he made by giving him the onyx. But like, we can also go to the guard as a whole group and then go to the Darrow as a whole group. I don't care which one we want to do.
I say probably go to the captain first, see
Okay.
what she knows, and then if we need more information, we can go to the end after that, is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Kind of ask just one of the guards or whatever outside there and ask where the captain is located.
She would be located in Overlake Hold, back in the Dark Lake district.
All right, let's start heading over. Would we have any direction or anything?
They would kind of point it out to you. It's actually close to a Golbron's lair, believe it or not.
Okay, that works out well then.
And as you guys are leaving, Gartakar will actually walk up to you and he'll be, so, what did the dragon ask of you? What does he know?
What did he ask us to do? He asked us to do him a favor. He had to research some information for him, which we did.
I see. Is that all, or?
Yeah. You could always just ask him yourself. Aren't you his follower? I mean, he'll tell you everything that we said.
I suppose.
It's a weird question to ask somebody, to be honest with you. I mean, we're all in the same group. Why would he tell us something different than you?
I suppose you're right. And kind of out through the entrance to the chamber, you can hear, Gartakar, Come in here. I wish to speak with you.
Hey, man. I really appreciate all the help that you've done for us in meeting the dragon. And don't worry, I'm sure he'll share all the information you just shared with us.
Of course. Right away, my liege. And he walks into the chamber.
Can I try to pickpocket him before he goes?
Yeah, sure.
He ain't gonna fucking need it.
Sure ain't.
12.
You find a small psionic crystal in his pocket. You're not quite sure what it does yet, but when you take it out of his pocket, it seems to resonate with your psychic abilities in your mind.
What I missed?
Awesome.
Okay.
Yes.
That guy's fucked.
One moment, I need to make a note that you have a psychic crystal. So,
I'm back. She just informed me of what else is going on. She's just went to.
oh, sorry. If you guys like, we can take a quick bathroom break in case anyone has some stuff they need to do. Or
Yeah, I thought taking a quick 5 minutes if you guys are.
Yeah, it's about
Yeah,
halfway
we-
point.
so everyone take some 5 minutes. We'll be back in I guess 5 minutes basically. All right. and sell it. And I'll assume you sell it at face value unless you want to barter for
Oh, and that's
more.
also we haven't even been to the Blade Bazaar. We were at the shitty.
Bartering is like my least favorite thing to do IRL, so in game I'm not gonna do bartering either.
So
Oh,
if you
I'll
guys
totally do
remember, we never went to the Blade Bazaar. We went to that shitty dock area. If we could definitely try to find
Was
whatever.
that
Actually,
not the
is-
bar we went to?
That is the Blade Bazaar, yeah.
Oh, I thought we went to the shitty place. Well, isn't there a better? Was that the trade center?
That's kind of the trade center because
Okay.
most of where they're gonna sell their weapons is at the Blade Bazaar, and they usually don't let foreigners basically outside of the Dark Lake district, so they go to the Blade Bazaar to sell.
But you said that there was there's an extension in the upper city, because I asked about magical tattoos and you said that would only be in the upper city market,
Yeah,
etc.
that's
Oh, you know what? I do remember that. Okay, yeah, you're right. I remember that now.
sorry. I wasn't trying to be facetious or anything.
Yeah, we're
I
still in the
believe
upper city right now
Kirby-
anyway, so that'd be a good time to check out.
So yeah, actually, there would be an upper city. Yeah.
There's
In
a
a-
few items that I don't have a gold value for.
Sorry, what was that?
I only have a few items where we actually got a gold value out of them. The rest of them I have no idea.
Ah,
Yeah, I was
you can
also
tell me what they are, and I should be able to inform you what they are.
I was looking for that Duragar plate armor as well
Ah, yes.
from that
I remember
delicious delicious book I gave you. It actually
Mm.
doesn't do anything for me other than plate armor. Because I already am immune to poison.
I think it should be. It was probably homebrewed in D&D Beyond.
Maybe. Let's see. I don't have homebrew on this. I don't think.
Let's see. If not, I can put something together. It's not that hard to. Plate armor of etherealness. That's not what we're
That was you
looking
guys looking for plate armor?
That's what I am looking for. DOD in D&D show. What's up, brother? Thanks for the follow.
You're welcome.
for. I mean, if you're gonna get Durgar plate armor from anywhere, it's gonna be from here.
Right? That's what I'm thinking because
Well, let's start checking around the places, see if we have a blacksmith over there. There's a smoke from all these places, so somebody should be making something.
Oh yeah. In fact, everyone's making something. Seems their main profession here is blacksmith.
Okay, so we'll go to. Are we talking to the guard captain first, and then we'll go to the market, or are we going to the
We're
market?
gonna finish up some shopping. He wants some plate armor. Do you need any armor or anything?
I want a magical tattoo, is what I've been looking for.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well,
And-
see if we can find those things in here while we're up in the upper city and not everyone's dead yet.
in out of character, I'm totally down for Shay to, or not, for Ty to, if he needs gold or whatnot, I would help him out before he getting.
Yeah, we've got plenty of gold with everything, so that's what we want to do. Let's sell our stuff and see if we can find those two things.
If I can get trident improved, always good.
Yeah, we don't want your weapons melting like they did last time.
Ooh. Yeah. Apes stronger together.
I could get trident of fish command and dominate some fish.
Yeah.
All the fish people are now under your command.
that are left alive. They were all slaughtered.
Yeah, there was not a happy ending at Sloop I'm afraid. Let me.
He's the Murloc King.
Oh. He's the murderer.
What was the book that had the tattoos in it? Xanathar's, I believe, yeah? No.
I think it's Tasha's.
That's right. Xanathar has the the useless magic items, like the Cloak of Billowing,
Hey,
which is
Yeah,
cool.
speaking of, I'm totally not holding on to that one. That is all Charybdis.
I'll totally take the billowing cloak.
All right, I've got it on my thing, so if you add it to yours, I'll remove it from mine.
Hey,
I wasn't wearing it, I just kind of threw it in the backpack.
while we got some downtime, can you check out what that potion is too? By the way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to pull out some of my alchemy stuff and just start like testing it. And I, cast my ritual identify.
She's got like magic strips. Like if it's blue, it's not harmful. Congratulations, it's a boy.
It's like a chlorine pool tester.
Yeah. Congratulations,
This is
it's a
from the
boy.
school of evocation. You can tell by the pH.
There's way too much conjuration in this one. Don't go swimming for at least 6 hours. So, this potion, as you unstopper it and you kind of smell it, it almost has like kind of a smoky smell to it despite its color. And as you kind of sort of stir it a little bit, looking inside, you can see what looks like the remains of a scorpion's tail, the fang of an adder, a dead spider, and a small heart of an animal that, for some reason,
Some
against
poison.
all reason, this heart still seems to beat.
Okay, do I know what it is?
You know,
Hey,
absolutely.
it's fine.
This potion is a potion of longevity.
Okay, what's that?
When you drink this potion, your physical age is reduced by 1d6 plus 6 years to a minimum of 13 years.
Ooh. Oh.
If you've ever wanted to be one of those weird anime girl dragons, this is the time.
Hey, my character's middle age. No, it's all good. I hand it back to Shay. I said, "Don't mind the crunchy scorpion tail or the dead spider if you drink the potion. It'll make you. It'll shed some age off of your bones."
Oh, I'd never drink it. This is my trophy.
Where
It's
did
true.
you get that potion from?
I found it.
Well, I suppose it's quite a lucky find then.
It sure was.
Couldn't have done it without you. So, what else are you guys doing?
Did you find the things about tattoos?
Yes, I did.
Okay, how much would a spell rot 2nd level tattoo cost me?
Let's take a look here.
What kind of stuff can you get the tattoos with?
You can get a lot of crazy shit with tattoos.
Yes.
We should all get tats together.
I was just thinking that, dude. We should totally do that.
I think you guys have access. I believe it's a source book, which I give you guys access to on my D&D Beyond account. So you should be able to look at it, I think.
Yeah, just type in tattoo in the you can see all this cool stuff.
Yeah.
So you're getting spell rot 2nd level?
Well, you'd have to find a tattooist first. Your best bet would be in the upper level because no one in the Blades Bazaar does it. But as you're kind of looking through the high market, you notice there's not a lot of artistic things here. The Durgar don't seem very artsy. But you think to yourself, the Darrow, this might be something up their alley. So if you're going to get a magical tattoo, the Darrow would probably be a good place to get that done. Because every Darrow you've seen has been they've had some sort of style about them, some sort of flair or individuality. All of the Durgar seem very uniform, very samey. The only artistic expression they seem to have is in between their building designs and their blade designs. As for how much it would cost, tough to say.
More roads lead to the
Darrow.
But if we want to get Charybdis's Dwargar plate armor first, we need to go to the Dwargar market.
It's true. So would you like to get that now, Charybdis?
I mean, that'd be cool. Yeah. I don't know what it does, really. I just know the one that I saw in that homebrew thing that I gave you doesn't have to be Durgar. I'm just looking for plate armor, really.
I like the idea that it'd be Durgar. I kind of like that though.
Let me go look at the drive says.
At the very least, I mean, I have the stuff as well, so I can pull it up later. But you do, I mean, it's not hard to find an armorer in this place. It seems to be, they seem to just have that stuff everywhere. So, should I assume you kind of enter into the armorer's shop?
Yep, we're gonna shop around for some plate mail, or plate armor.
All right, so you enter into one of the armorer's shops, and you can see that inside this place is almost kind of full of that smog. You actually kind of go into a basement, and the smog just kind of lifts up and gets pushed out of these like upper windows, and it kind of bleeds out into the floor above. And the Durgar kind of greets you in Undercommon before he looks at you guys and realizes, probably don't understand what I'm saying. And then he speaks in very stunted Common. What do you want?
I speak in Undercommon to him, and I am one of the tongue.
Mm-hmm.
I am looking for what you would describe as battle armor. Oh yeah, what's up? The raid. Oh, sorry. Hey, appreciate the raid, Tarkov engineer. What's up, brother?
I can do this. I'm an armorer.
What's up,
Admittedly,
Scarecrow?
you're not the size I normally make armor for. Let me take your measurements, and I should be able to adjust some things, have it ready by, if I work through the night, ready by tomorrow afternoon.
And how much? How much is this going to cost us? Maybe some quick pro?
2,000 gold pieces.
2,000. Alrighty. I look back at the group and I'm like, I don't know. That's a lot of gold.
Yeah, we ain't got that, bro.
Just leave him hanging.
All right. Maybe we'll come back if the offer still stands. We'll have
All
to
right.
we'll have to figure out a way. Thank you for your time.
No problem.
All right, I'm done.
There's one thing about plate mail, it's that it is expensive.
Oh yeah, it like starts at 1,500.
Mm-hmm.
Well aware.
All right, so I've still got the spider brooch from the prison that I don't have the price for.
50 gold for that one.
3
That
items
one.
from the tomb.
What are the items?
A gold censer with platinum filigree, an onyx ring, and a silver necklace with 3 gemstones.
Silver necklace is worth 250. What did you say the other one was? An onyx ring?
Yeah.
Worth 50 gold. Both of those are worth gold pieces. And what else was it?
A gold censer with platinum filigree from one of the
That's
smaller.
worth another 250 gold. Now that you guys have probably had time to sit down and actually appraise their worth.
Okay, and I've got some couple things from the Ooze Temple.
Mm-hmm.
3 green gold bracelets.
Three green gold bracelets worth I remember those were in area 5. 25 gold pieces each.
The mace.
Globcool's mace. I don't have a specific price for that, so I'm going to give you guys 25 for it. 25 gold pieces.
And the red gem from the ooze that you threw at us at the end.
Ah. I'll give you 250 for that one.
Can I go back to the blacksmith really quick and ask if you would be willing to trade for some stuff?
Absolutely.
Tell him I have a potion of longevity that would take years off of his life that seems to be a pretty interesting concoction that somebody like him might want.
Well, now that seems interesting.
I thought you might like that.
What do you want in return for it?
I want some gold taken off of his plate. And I also have a deck that if you take out a card, you can summon some things. A deck of wondrous things. Or a deck of illusions, I should say.
How much do you want for the potion?
Now, that's not how negotiations work. You're supposed to tell me, and then I'm supposed to negotiate. You know how this works.
Have you Googled how much that is worth out of character?
I could make his armor. for the cost of the potion.
Out of character, real quick. Have you Googled how much that potion's worth?
Certainly
yeah.
have.
Okay.
What does it say?
I don't know if I should say.
That much, dude? I'll do it. I'll
To
fucking
be fair,
totally get.
I think Lavender would know
Yeah.
how valuable this potion is.
Yeah.
Lavender, you would know this potion. You could probably sell a potion like this for 9,000 gold.
Ooh. I said, well, that would be a good start. Obviously, this is a valuable potion. What else can you do for me?
What else do you want?
I would also like another breastplate for my sister here, and anything this Chuckles over here, my friend Ty, wants. If you can make it.
2 sets of armor. You give her. She can wear heavy, right?
Armor, anything that Ty wants. If you can give him those 3 things, the potion's yours.
I'm
I
not
would
strong
like-
enough.
I would like to have
okay.
my tridents upgraded into either a trident of commanding fish or a vicious trident.
God damn it, Ty. Commanding fish. God fucking damn it, Ty.
+1.
I quite like fish. I find them to be amusing animals.
I'm not saying that they're not amusing, Ty, but god damn it, I've got this opportunity to get you something nice and you want to talk to goddamn fish.
So, in this barter, you want Durgar plate, a breastplate,
And my friend wants to talk to goddamn fish. I know it sounds silly, but that's what we want.
trident upgrades. Do you want anything else, Ty, aside from the trident upgrades?
Well, you said tattoos are in a different area. I have chain mail armor. Is there a better armor for me? Because I'm trying to figure out what I would use instead.
Ty, out of character, what can you wear? What
Chainmail's heavy. And you are a
Hey,
fighter.
you guys got to be stealthy because that's kind of my thing. You guys are the meat shields for me, man. So
You
I
guys-
have no problem upgrading my offensive line.
Yeah, you can wear heavy, Ty. So, do you have 15? Well, I know you were strong as fuck. You could wear
he's got-
plate.
He's
You-
great.
We could just all rock, some Durgar plate.
I see you guys have been to Grackle Stew.
Nah.
Dude, if you 3 want plate, I will trade it for this potion.
Well, she can't wear plate like the
Oh
highest.
no. Yeah, but we'll get it ready for it.
We could
Okay.
get her half plate.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm just looking for just a breastplate because I've got a chain shirt. And a breastplate would be the most I could get with the strength that I have.
Ah, okay. Makes sense. So,
I don't know. I kind of want to go full swimmer. I could get Mariner's chainmail. It would be pretty funny, but I'll do the Durgar plate.
I mean, it would thematically it would match your character very well because you're a pirate, so
Yes.
I mean, there's not a lot of piratey opportunities right now, though.
All right now.
Yeah. Maybe later I can swim in the dark lake.
I would not suggest swimming in that lake. Awful shit in there. The trident upgrades are the only ones that I think would be a little weird.
So we'll just get the 2. If Ty can wear the plate, we'll get 2 plate and then 1 blade chest piece, and then we'll call it.
I know a spellcaster that can do that to your weapons, but you need to leave them with me for a couple of days.
Are you willing to stay away from your weapons for a couple days?
you could stay here and watch them.
I would
Well,
also need a few days to fit the armor.
Yeah. I mean,
I
we're
like
not
to be in
we're not pressed for time now, are we?
no.
Well, I mean, we still have to figure out what's going on with the Thieves Guild and get the Dragon Egg. It doesn't necessarily have to be quickly, but I don't think the dragon's gonna be the most patient thing, but a couple days sounds about right.
Okay, I'm down with it.
Down if you guys aren't. Time?
Yeah, I think staying a couple days makes the most sense.
So you will be able to do a plus to his tridents?
I could give one for the fish command and one as the vicious whatever. For we put those at another 1,000 each. Seems like a good deal to me.
All right. I hand him over or actually, you'll get the potion when everything's done.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense. Both of y'all don't move. I need to take some measurements. And he kind of comes out with like a measuring tape and he just starts kind of taking your measurements for your armor.
He's very thorough.
And he says, all right. After he kind of jots some things down on a scroll. Me and my boys will get to work on making this stuff. Come back in about 3 days tops. You're gonna have to leave your tridents, though.
You can do it, Ty. I believe in you.
If you like,
He looks at the Dwergar and nods as he sets the golden tridents down on the table.
if
Be
you like,
very, very
to-
careful with these.
I got to already tell him where I got that potion.
I can ask the enchanter to speed these along. See if he can get them done by tomorrow afternoon. We're not making them out of scratch, so.
All right. Pleasure doing business.
See ya in the next couple of days, I assume.
I kind of have to like pull Ty along.
Yes. As he longingly stares at his trident.
Just think about all the fish you're going to be talking to.
If you want, you can borrow my Yucklawa. That way you're not completely out of weapons.
You
He
have
still
a
has a
dagger too. You
crossbow.
can have.
He has a crossbow.
Crossbow and a dagger. So,
Plus one dagger.
that's true. Of drought design.
I think we would go reconvene with our people on the boat and see how they're doing.
Well, we
Yeah, I'd
want to
wanna-
talk to the guard lady, right?
Oh yeah, that's right too.
But I definitely want to sleep on the boat and not in this town.
Yeah, it's probably
That
a
wouldn't
good idea.
be a bad idea. And in fact, you guys have had a very busy day. You're probably very tired. Again, it's hard to tell day from night this far underground. But you guys have definitely been walking around and been through a lot for a decent chunk of time. It's probably getting tired.
Do they have like some central form of time, like a big whistle blows when the next shift starts? Like in a factory, like
really. Not really. They just kind of, I don't know, people just sort of work and they kind of gauge how tired they are. They seem to have a circadian rhythm all their own that they seem to have, their bodies seem to have adapted to. Yeah. It's a bit odd. It seems more like a lot of folks working 12 to 16 hour shifts and then they just sort of sleep and then wake up, and regardless of how much sleep they've gotten, they kind of keep going. It's actually a really interesting study that was done on people who couldn't see the sky for a while, on how they slept in their life, and it was really fascinating. But yeah, that's kind of what it's like, is they just sort of fell into a rhythm.
Okay.
And the forges seem to be going 24/7 though. They do seem to work in shifts. So yeah. So what is the plan? Are you going to the Overlake Hold, or would you head back to the boat first?
Head back to the boat first.
All right. So y'all head on back to the kind of abandoned area of the Dark Lake docks that you've tied your ship down to. and you can see everyone on board. Your group is they're kind of moving about frantically. It seems like something happened. And when you approach, Jim Jar actually comes up and he's like, "Oh, thank goodness you're here. Something happened."
Okay, what happened?
Quick, we need a healer. But someone came and tried to kill Eldith in her sleep.
All right, lead me to her.
They lead you into the small cabin of the boat, and you can see Eldith there, and she has it looks like someone tried to cut her throat in her sleep, but they didn't. It looks like she's still standing, and there's blood, but it looks like they didn't quite get as deep as they could have. Jim Jar's like, "Quick, please heal her."
All right, I'll go ahead and do second level cure wounds on her.
I'll start questioning the other people. Like, what happened?
I don't know. Everyone was really tired, and we were all just kind of sleeping. And Globagul said he was going to be on lookout, and he didn't shout that anyone was coming or anything. Kurzara, your spell heals her neck, and she ends up getting her voice back. She's like, "Oh, thank you, darling. That was, that fucking bastard."
What happened?
Did this?
It was that psychopath Buppido. He snuck aboard while we were all trying to get some sleep. Tried to kill me.
Buppido did this?
Aye. Buppido did it. I think that's why he got past Globagul. He saw him and figured he was coming back.
Well, then he must have killed Ron too.
I think so.
Why?
And Ty's like holding Jim Jar close because he was worried about his safety.
Jim Jar holds back.
Why you?
I don't know. I don't know why he did any of it.
Is everybody else that was here before still here?
Yeah, everyone else is still here. Except for one individual. Sereth is gone. The other drow.
Oh, that was the one that had the love affair.
No. That was a guard in Belkendorf. Sereth was accused of murder.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So I was confused. I was like, what?
Yeah, my bad.
No, you're good.
We need to go after. What if he's going to kill Sereth as well?
Good luck finding him. I don't know where he went.
God damn it! If only somebody in here could talk to fish and find out where he went.
I bet he dove in the dark lake and started swimming.
Damn it, we don't have it. We're just 2 days too fucking early.
I'm gonna go ask Globagul if that's who he saw come up. If he saw, yeah, that guy.
Hi. Welcome back. Something happened while you were gone.
I noticed. Did you see somebody come on board?
Yeah. Sereth left. And then I saw Buppido come on board, and I said hello to Buppido, and Buppido said hello to me. And then he asked if I could move out of the doorway so that he could get inside, and I said, yeah, of course. So then I moved, and then he went inside. And then I heard screaming, and then Buppido ran out and down back into the Dark Lake District, or that area, that direction that you guys came from.
Is it possible the drow actually did it and not Poppydo? Did you actually see Poppydo come after you, or are you just assuming?
Oh no, I don't think it was Sereth. At one point I saw them both at the same time. Like he waited for Sereth to leave, and then Buppido came out. Almost like he was hiding.
Did Sarah say anything before he left, or he just left?
He said something started with a Z. I can't remember the name. Zugmoy? Something like that.
Zogmoy? You see a panic in Ty's eyes as he turns to the group. That's another demon lord.
Stool will actually pop up and he'll kind of like shiver and his spores will burst out. And he'll say, "That's not good.
I agree. That's why you're
That's a
here.
bad name."
That's a bad name. I love Stool.
Stool's the best.
Pooping is good.
I'm a mushroom person, so yes, I am. Says Stool. The Myconid.
I'll just ask people around the boat. Was Sarah acting like weird or anything, or he just like what happened with that?
Prince Darendil, the Kragath, would nod his head, and you'd have to translate through, I believe, Lavender. Because he would speak in, again, his perfect Elvish, which is very strange.
That would be Kirazara.
Sorry. Kurzara, he would speak through you, and he would say, yes, he was acting quite odd. Said he needed to go somewhere. Said he needed more people around him.
Did he say where he was going?
No. Not really. Something about a spire.
Spire. Is that where we need to go?
No.
Oh, okay. Obelisk is where we're supposed to.
There's a mention of an obelisk somewhere in the Whirlstone tunnels,
Yes.
according to that scroll.
Yeah. Where they lost the dragon egg or something.
Supposedly.
Yeah.
Well, this must have happened fairly recently if we made it back in time.
Yes.
All right, we do need to rest, and it sounds like you guys need to finish resting. Globagle, do not let anybody who's left this boat in while we're sleeping.
Got it. I'll stand right here in front of the door.
The fish guy that said he was an elf. Can I just, now that I have detect magic, can I detect magic to see if he's actually under like a curse or some kind of magic spell?
Prince Darendil. So he's actually a quagga, so he's not really a fish person. They're more like Underdark bears, I guess is the easiest way to say it.
Okay, yeah. See, can you see if like he's magical, like he's been enchanted or something?
Yeah, if you like, you can cast your spell. Let me take a look at his notes. Monsieur Darendil. So, you don't sense any magic on him.
I'm gonna ask him again. Didn't you say you got transformed into this form and you used to be an elf? Is that correct?
Maybe. I was cursed into this form of a quaggoth. And now I am cursed, as it were. I have to find a way to regain my elven form.
I'm not seeing any magic aura on you.
Perhaps the spell is beyond your capabilities.
That is definitely a possibility. There's another possibility too, though, is that you're full of shit.
He did.
No.
He did eat this day.
What's that?
Elda said that she was stabbed by Booby Eater herself. Why are we sitting on this ship interrogating the people who aren't the culprits.
Why are we doing this? Because you can't talk to fish.
Because Seraph also left talking about another demon lord, if that's who he identified, and hopefully no one else is coming under the influence, but we need to be careful.
Trying to figure out the company that we've been keeping. Now that we know a little bit more about other things, maybe I'm questioning things a little bit more. Before I couldn't really tell magic. Now that I can detect magic and I'm detecting 0 magic on this guy, that's a little bit of a red flag to me.
Monsieur, I can assure you that I am not lying.
Can I insight check that?
Absolutely.
Fuck, that's a 4. I totally believe him.
So, whatever he's saying, he seems to be genuine. You can't quite get a grasp with the Kragath features. It's hard to determine, hard to find any tells on whether or not he could be lying.
But the fact that he has no magical aura saying that he's been transformed would kind of lead me to believe he's not being truthful. Is that a good assumption?
So it's an oddity. Being a drow, you are familiar with Kragath. They are animals, basically. So to have one kind of standing upright, wearing clothing, speaking in a difficult language to learn, fluently, perfectly, is very strange. So the fact that he's not showing any magic whatsoever is weird.
If he was polymorphed, would it give off an aura?
If he was polymorphed, yeah, it would give off an aura.
Curses work in strange ways, though.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I don't like it.
And I am cursed. I have never acted out to anyone here.
Well, it only takes one time. With all the shenanigans been going on, I'm definitely going to be questioning things a little bit more than I did before.
Hey, eventually we can remove the curse, We just gotta get stronger.
Well, I can dispel magic. That's what I was checking to do. If it was magical, I would just dispel it and see if we had a chance at it. But if he's not showing any magical aura, I'm gonna guess dispelling magic would do nothing on him.
Dispel magic wouldn't.
That's a safe bet. If you're not detecting any magic, then your dispel magic wouldn't do anything.
Yeah, and that's a logical conclusion for me too. So I'm not going to waste a spell for no reason. I can only use it once a day, even though we're about to go take a nap.
Then again, you don't detect any magic from Globogul either, and he's awakened, in a sense.
I'm gonna dispel the cube. No, I'm just kidding.
He just turns.
The room floods with this acidic liquid. Now
He just
The boat sinks.
he goes into a fant of rage. Comes feral.
I'm melting.
What a world!
My one weakness.
Yeah. So that's Darrenville. What else do you do?
Probably set up a watch and then start taking naps or take a nice long rest to get ready for the next day.
Sounds good. Who's on first?
No,
I'll take first.
I'll take second.
what's on
Okay.
what's on second?
I don't know what's on third.
Brilliant. I love that bit. So, yeah.
I think we should go for another hour.
For another what?
Another hour.
I'll do my best. I mean,
That's not bad.
but the night passes uneventfully. And And you wake up. You can see Globagool. He's kind of like smushed himself into the doorway. So he's actually been able to keep out a lot of that red smoke that's kind of been filling the area. He's kind of
like, oops, sorry, go ahead.
It's kind of like humid in here though, because like not a lot of airflow has been moving in and out now. Just from Globagool kind of sitting there.
Nice, hot and steamy with like what 7, 8, 9 bodies in here.
Yeah.
Luckily, Ty is constantly shirtless, so it doesn't affect.
And yeah.
Let's
Morning,
head over
quote
to
unquote.
the, captain of the guard to the area that they sent. And,
Yeah, sure. So, you guys kind of eat your morning rations and head on over to Overlake Hold. Overlake Hold. Yes, basically it looks like it's a large blocky building that kind of juts out over the Dark Lake, actually. And as you approach, you can see two stone guard Durgar just standing there, kind of doing their job. When you approach, they kind of put their hands out, and they're like, all right, hold on.
Can you
What are you doing here?
Building it is? Sorry.
Oh, yeah, no problem. It's this one here.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Up in the northeast area. He says, what are you doing here?
Show them the amulet badge or whatever and say we're on a mission. We need to get some information from the guard captain.
Flame?
Cloak of billowing. We're here to see the captain.
Da-da-da.
Oh.
Did you
Man, that guy looks magical. Well, they're here to see Black Skull. All right. All right, come on through. They sort of push these large stone doors open. Up the steps to the left. And you guys end up marching upwards. And they close the doors behind them. The building here is carved out of impressively thick stone. And the room that they gestured to you, up the stairs and to the left, is basically a blank room. It's just a square carved out of stone. There's not even a chair in there. But they just kind of gestured for you to sort of wait in there. Do you, or do you explore around?
Shit, I'm gonna look around, man.
Yeah, Ribdis would just be standing there waiting.
All right. So, Shay, as you kind of explore around a little bit, you do see what look like in another room very similar to the one your friends are waiting in. It looks to be like a Darrow, just kind of being interrogated by two stone guards. And you keep moving along, and then you see what looks like a female Duragar kind of marching in your general direction with two more stone guard at her sides. And she seems to be walking with an air of authority about her. Are you gonna stay where you are, or will you return to the room?
I'll return to the room.
All right. You probably return back just as she sort of rounds a corner. And she actually makes her way towards the room. And you can all see this kind of female Duragar with like this mohawk kind of carved, kind of shaved into her head. She's beardless, which is common for a female dwarf, I guess. And she says, I am Captain Erd Blackskull, commander of the Stone Guard. Let me start by saying I don't think you're worth anything in Gracklestew.
Yeah.
Okay.
And just because you're keepers of the flame doesn't mean I wouldn't sell you off in a heartbeat.
You would dare speak to the representatives of a red dragon that way?
Oh. Let's just say last night the dragon and his keepers of the flame have had a very interesting changing of the guard.
Yes, and we were responsible for removing those heretics from their position.
I dare say you're the last keepers of the flame in all of Gracklestew.
New beginnings.
Yeah, can I ask you a question? How do you feel about there not being keepers of the flame? Is that a good or a bad thing for you? Or do you not even care?
I'm not privy to all of Thembershod's proclivities and actions. He keeps the forges lit, that's all I care about. As for the Keepers of the Flame, I think they had an easy life. And now that easy life is over for them.
Well, that's the reason why we're here. He kind of charged us with a mission to try to find the Grey Ghosts. Do you know of any information about where they could be located?
We've been trying to find the Grey Ghosts for years.
That doesn't sound good.
No. The Grey Ghosts are a thieves' guild run mostly by the Darrow down in the Furrow. They come up here and using their magics, they seem to take whatever they want and just live their lives to the best of their ability.
You don't have any leads besides they're in the Darrows?
The only lead I have on ever finding the Grey Ghosts is a Darrow by the name of Droki. And we haven't been able to catch him ever. He's like a messenger boy for them.
Just out of curiosity, is there any kind of reward if we were to find them and maybe inform you where their lair is?
I can't promise you anything.
Man, that sucks. I couldn't promise you that we would give you the location if we found it then.
I can't promise you anything in a professional, she says as she pours herself a drink.
Man, that's some good special effects.
I can't promise you anything in a professional standard. But I could, from a civilian standpoint, I could reward your efforts should you come across him in a monetary manner.
Above game, was Droki the one I encountered in the tavern and gave the piece of onyx to?
Indeed he was.
That's what I figured. Yeah, Ty probably is going to, I mean, he's going to remain silent for now, but he's definitely kind of giving her a look a little bit.
I'm not saying bring Droki in, but if you were to perhaps follow him or maybe befriend him, he might be able to lead you to the Grey Ghosts.
Do you happen to recognize the name of the Whirlstone tunnels?
I do. Some Darrow claim they're tunnels deep underneath Gracklestew, and that the Darrow use them to move about. So say there's several entrances, but we haven't been able to find any.
It's like the black market of the black markets.
Oh yeah.
My last question, you notice all this nasty red fog. Is this something that's always been here, or is this something that's new?
Oh yeah, that's from the forges.
Always been like this? Always been this bad?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, fair enough.
Grackle lung, they call it. Start breathing that stuff in enough, you might get it too.
I got the black lung pop.
Most folks don't stay in Gracklestew for too long.
Well, thank you for your time. If we have any more information, we'll be sure to get a hold of you.
I'll be here. You are free to go.
Let's head over to the tavern and see if your friend's over there, Ty.
I nod. I'm not going to betray him if that's what's expected.
I'm always open for options on what makes us the most profit. And if that is an option, there's an option there. But no, I'm not telling you to do anything. But I'm just trying to be curious about it. She wasn't going to give us him anyway. It's the layer.
We'll see what he says. I hope that he'll be amenable to helping us out.
Well, you have a way with people, so I can't wait to see what you find out from him.
So you head over to Gold Bronze Lair. And Ty, why don't you roll me a percentile dice, D100.
There's no way that goes wrong.
I love it.
Yeah.
Dragon gets pissed and kills you.
17%.
So you enter there and you can actually see the Darrow that you were talking to. He's kind of seated in the back. He's talking to a few other Darrow when you come in.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for him to finish this conversation to be polite, and then I'd probably walk over.
It seems like they've been sitting there for a while. It doesn't seem like it would end anytime soon.
Okay. Ty would walk over and clear his throat and then say, "Apologies for the interruption, but I believe that you and I met when I first arrived here in Gracklestew. I have found my way quickly into higher places, and I believe that you could be of great assistance to the new order that is coming to this city." And I kind of place my badge down on the table to show him.
I see. Interesting. And what, pray tell, would you need from me? He kind of stands up from the table, and the other Darrow kind of look at each other and then look back at you.
I'm going to lean in, and I kind of crouch down a little bit, and I say, I'm looking for the Grey Ghosts. According to Thembershad, they have stolen a dragon egg, and we want that dragon back. Dembershad believes that the two dragons could rule over this city rather than the current Dwergar king.
Interesting. Why don't you roll me a persuasion?
Oof. Whatever. 10. I'm not great at persuading.
He says, very interesting. Where's the rest of the party in the tavern?
Can I walk up to him and try to talk to him in the thieves' cant? See if he recognizes it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just at the bar.
Sounds good.
And basically, I'm just want to do a quick conversation like we're trying to talk normally, but I'm putting in extra words to see if he picks up that I'm speaking in thieves' cant.
Oh, yeah. He immediately recognizes Thieves' Camp. He absolutely does.
And basically, the conversation I'm kind of getting at is, do they have an egg, and how much would it cost to get it from them? Or is that not even in the cards kind of thing? Is that something that they'd be willing to do?
So you get the recognition of the Thieves' Cant on his face. If you like, you can roll me Persuasion with advantage.
Yeesh. 10's as high as I get, man. This
All
is why I
right.
roll my regular dice.
He says, very interesting. A quick hop and a skip for me. And then he kind of moves around and he's like, I've been wondering about something.
Yes.
And he kind of steps a little bit closer towards Charybdis at the bar and sort of further away from you guys. And then he glances over at the door and he makes a run for it. So,
Didn't expect that.
Can I like?
will you give chase?
I'm gonna run
I'm
after him.
hauling ass
Yes.
after him.
Would I have a chance to try to cast sleep on him before he gets out of 90 feet away?
Ooh, absolutely. Let's have everyone roll me initiative checks as we're going to try and create a chase scene here. Good old Droki.
After I gave him my onyx, unbelievable. I feel betrayed.
The world's against you, Ty. The sooner you learn this, the happier you're going to be.
I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, the whole world's against you. The sooner you learn this, the happier you're going to be.
All right. I don't know why no one showed up on my initiative tracker. So we'll do it the old way. Oh, you know why? Because there's no minis. Do it the old way. Pen and paper.
Don't worry, I go last always.
Kurzara, you might get that sleep off because you go right before him. So, Ty at 15. Shay at 10 at 11. Lavender at 10. And Kirby's at 6.
That's correct.
All right, Kurzara. Chase has begun. Typically, how a chase works is you have two actions, a regular action and a move action. Most people during a chase use the dash action, which lets them move 2 times a turn. But since you're going first, if you like, you can attempt to cast sleep on him.
Yeah, and I'm gonna try second level.
All right. I have a picture of him. So what do I need to roll?
I need to roll 7d8s and see how many hit points I can affect.
Ooh. Ooh, do I get a save or?
It's based off hit points, so I don't think you do.
Doesn't look like
Ooh.
it.
Interesting. Good old sleep.
So 35 hit points. And I'm trying to make sure he's the only one in the 20-foot sphere.
$35, you said?
Yes. I'll
All
double
right.
check my math. Yes, 35.
So he gets to the doorway and then just slides onto the ground and falls asleep. You overcame his 31 hit points.
I want to go like help him out like he was drunk, and then while I'm helping him, I'm gonna pick his goddamn pockets.
All right. Let's see what you have on you. Make me a sleight of hand roll, just other people in the bar, because there are other Darrow in here.
Shit, they're gonna watch me pick his 8. Can I get advantage because he was asleep?
I mean, he's not gonna notice. He's unconscious, but the other Darrow are kind of farther away, so it would be harder for them to see. Okay. But it looks like, for the most part, you've gotten away with it. You won't be able to get the bag that he has with him, but the pockets you're able to get into. There it is. And in his bag, in his pockets, you find 1 gold piece and 10 silver pieces.
He was with some friends talking. What did they do?
When he went for the door, they actually kind of stood up from the table, and then when they saw him like kind of slam down and the 5 of you kind of gather around him, they both kind of looked at each other and kind of weighed the odds. And it doesn't seem like they're moving anywhere. It doesn't seem like they're approaching you, but they're kind of moving further into the tavern, kind of keeping away from you.
I think this guy's the prize. The other ones might know something, but doubtful.
I'm gonna hold his arms and try to wake him up from the sleep.
What? Let's not do this in front of everybody here.
Oh,
Maybe take
yeah.
him back to the boat.
No, we haven't. We had a room in here. Let's just take him to the room. This one needs to sleep off his intoxication. We're gonna take him to his room. Then we're gonna walk him over.
All right, so you move through the tunnels of the lair, as it were, the tavern, and head into your rooms. Yeah, which you guys didn't sleep in, oddly enough. But anyway.
It's always good to have options, though.
I agree. And yeah, you head into the rooms. It doesn't seem like he's not awake yet, to my knowledge.
Take his goddamn bag and see if I can find that onyx.
You find the onyx.
Hand it back to Ty. Don't just be giving shit like this out to any strangers. There's people act like this.
It was a diplomatic mission gift. I was
Mark.
trying to make allies.
I feel like we should restrain them before he wakes up.
I got some manacles right here. Clink, clink.
In the bag is also a spell scroll, 2 potions of healing, a large collection of dead vermin, spiders, centipedes, lizards, pages of lizard skin parchment held together between 2 leather covers from 2 different books. The pages seem to be full of mad scribbles and arcane formulas.
Lavender.
None of you are...
Yeah, it's lavender stuff.
Yeah. A strange lump of black metal, and a scroll in a copper tube, and 4 small pouches containing something that looks like large toenail clippings and skin flakes.
Awesome.
Each pouch seems to be tagged with a different name. One of the names you recognize as Hagrim, the stone giant you met earlier.
He had his toenail clippings? Gross.
Mm-hmm.
It's a mouthful of how much we're learning.
It's got to be some kind of the stone giant that had the second head, or a different one.
The guy that gave you the crystals.
Oh, okay.
He had his toenail clippings, as well as 3 others. So,
And they're all different toenail clippings?
they all seem to come from the same species, but they all have different names.
Would we think that's a component for something?
Maybe they're making that
Or he's just really into giant feet?
Yeah.
It could be a spell component. You have to. A caster would be better at determining that.
What if we had a buddy that's a caster?
What's that?
Lavender.
Would our Arcana be like to?
Absolutely.
Is he making like polyjuice or something? That's a Harry Potter reference.
I know.
Alright, so it's a Hagrid thing.
Would it be something that would be used for like nefarious deeds for a component?
Some kind of dynamic stuff.
So, these are definitely used for spell components. 100%. The scroll in the copper tube seems to be connected to the toenail clippings and skin flakes in some manner. Yeah, it could. Yeah, this definitely seems in some manner connected through arcane or perhaps even divine spell components.
Will you read what's on the scroll case or anything like that, or like what kind of language or anything it is?
The scroll in the copper tube seems illegible right now.
He's gonna wake up soon, so you might want to restrain him if we're going to.
I have those manacles I can put on him.
The Lavender, you will notice this, though, immediately as being an alchemist. The strange lump of black metal is an alchemical component of some kind.
Can I hit
Can you
detect
identify
magic and sort of see?
What's that?
Detect magic.
The lump itself is not magical, but it seems to be a component in potion crafting.
What about the scrolls and everything else?
I'm gonna
The
pocket that lump of Colden.
the scroll, the spell components with the stone giant stuff is not magical. The lizard skin book, though, does seem to have some sort of magical that has some magical aura to it, as well as the other spell scroll and the potions of healing.
Don't know what school those are from.
The scroll I want to say enchantment, but let me double check. No. The scroll is glows with illusion magic. As for the book, it looks to be a spell book of some kind.
I'll let Lavender know and hand them both over to her.
Okay.
I don't know what you're gonna do with it, but this is magical, and you're pretty much the magical person.
If you investigate the spell scroll that he hands you,
Yeah.
you'll be able to tell fairly easily. Oh yeah, fairly easily. This is a scroll of invisibility.
I like you.
What about the lizard skin diary? Can I use Arcana on that?
Absolutely.
I did not learn anything important. Unfortunately, 8 ripped me.
It seems like a spell book of some kind, definitely some sort of caster.
Mm-hmm.
It has 2 spells in it. They look to be Tensor's Floating Disc and Feign Death.
Uh-huh.
If any of you were wizards, you would be able to learn these, but alas.
Well, before he wakes up, I'm gonna gag him.
All right.
Well, we need to talk to him, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
That's fine. I'll gag him until then.
Well, let's wait till he wakes up, and I'll pull out my dagger and put it onto his throat, and we can start interrogating him.
All right, so you guys tie him together, or tie him up, yeah?
They use manacles.
All right, so you tie him up, and his eyes slowly flutter open, and his eyes quickly dart from all of you, and he feels the knife against his throat, and he stops moving.
Hey there. Morning. So, we were having a nice conversation, and for some reason, I felt like not having this conversation. So, I'm going to ask you some questions, and you're going to convince me why I shouldn't kill you.
So did you guys gag him?
I did.
Okay.
Now I'm going to pull down the gag.
I'm gonna stay close to the door and just kind of keep an eye out for anybody trying to come in.
Any kind of sudden movements, any kind of what looks like a caster thing, and I slit your throat. Do you understand me?
He nods.
Okay. That's good. That's a good start. So, why did you run?
Well, you were talking a little bit about my employers and about something they may or may not have stolen, and they're very hush-hush about that kind of thing.
As a thief myself, I can understand that, and that's why I was trying to use the thieves' cant so we can get around speaking openly about things, but I feel like that opportunity has passed itself. So now we need to be very blunt, and I'm going to expect answers from you. The number one is going to be, who's your employers?
The Grey Ghosts.
Very good. We already knew that, but you didn't lie to me. Number two, where are they located?
The Whirlstone Tunnels.
Again, very good. How can we get there?
Well, we have to go through Laudagur's Furrow. The chasm.
Where is that?
It's the big kind of gash right through the center of the city.
Is there a secret entrance or anything to get into the tunnels from there?
Well, there's two entrances, one on the west side, one on the east side. And there is an entrance, secretive, into the Whirlstone Tunnels from that direction. Yes.
The west or the east?
It's more in the center.
What is the secret entrance?
It's hidden behind a wall, made to look like stone so the Durgar don't find it.
What do we need to do special to open this wall?
Walk through it.
You have been very cooperative. Does anybody else have any questions for our friend here?
What are the toes for? Toenails for?
I don't know. They told me they needed toenail clippings and skin flakes from the stone giants. So I go and I grab them and I bring them back and they pay me well.
Do an insight on that.
Mm-hmm.
13.
He seems honest. No sense in lying now.
The spell or whatever that's in the book, or in the vial.
Is invisibility.
Oh, that was the invisibility one? Okay.
The spell scroll of invisibility? Yeah.
And then the ones in the book are some desk.
Tensor's floating disc and feign death.
Yep.
Are these yours or did you acquire them?
Those are mine. My spells. I dabble in the arcane. That was not a delivery.
Did you get toenails and skin flakes from the stone giant that went crazy in the market yesterday?
No, they said they didn't need his.
What is the hierarchy of your employers?
Grey goat.
Who?
They live in opulence. They get a cut of everything every thief takes, and then they live great lives in wherever.
Okay.
While the rest of us kind of live in squalor in the furrows.
Sounds like you're on the bad deal. The bad side of it.
It is, but they're also pretty hefty in terms of psychic abilities.
So what are you gonna do when we release you?
Are you going to give me back the things I need to make my deliveries?
I'm going to tell you right now that's not going to happen, because a lot of bad things are going to happen if we give those to your employers.
Where's the obelisk in the caverns?
Oh, that weird black rock thing? That's in the Whirlstone Caverns. I don't like looking at it. It gives me a headache.
Is this black rock part of it?
It wasn't there before.
That's not
The one
yours.
that was in your bag.
Oh. The lump of black metal. That's for the alchemist.
What alchemist?
The Duragar had an alchemist in the Whirlstone tunnels. He makes poisons and things like that. That's a delivery for him. I don't really know what it is. Just said he needed it.
Assuming we don't give you back your items, will there be any consequences for you?
Failed delivery. I don't get paid. Strike to my name. I lose some business. Droki's still a good thief. Not many better than me and Gracklestew.
Man, it's funny. It seemed like we caught you pretty quickly.
To be fair, I seem to have passed out. I think I tripped and hit my head.
Yep.
Normally, I don't get caught so easily.
Yep.
Do you always spit on the kindness of strangers, too?
Only the foreign ones. Darrow look out for each other.
We pretty much have two choices with this guy. Well, three choices. We let him go, we kill him, or we hand him over to the chief. What do you guys vote on?
Well, he betrayed my trust. He can go to the chief.
Yeah.
Would he be willing to draw us a map of where the obelisk is and where the egg is and how to get to it in the tunnels?
The Whirlstone tunnels drift around. They change. They've swirled. It's hard to navigate. By drawing a map, it'd be nothing but swirls and squiggles. And if you will do deliver me to the captain of the guard, you'd have to head in through the furrow without a Darrow escort, and they don't take kindly to outsiders.
Oh, well, that's assuming you think that we're going to just walk through the city with you in manacles. We can just leave you here in this room and tell the guard this is where you'll be.
Yeah, you could. But then you'll have to navigate Darrow territory without me. If I lead you to Whirlstone tunnels, you'll let me go. With my spellbook in my bag. And on my dead critters.
Out of character, was Buppido
Yes.
Darrow?
Buppido was a Darrow as well.
In character, Ty would say, well, we have another Darrow that we happen to be looking for, and if we catch him, he'll guide us.
Oh yeah? Who's that? Maybe I know him.
He looks
Maybe-
back to Charybdis to see whether or not he should say the name.
I nod.
Boopido.
I'm sorry. Buppido?
Yes.
That psychopath is back in Gracklestew?
He accompanied us from Velkenveld. He got caught by the drow. And
I
now
thought-
he...
Killed him.
Hmm.
Damn, that's not good.
Why? What
But
do you
you
know?
know how dangerous he is too, then.
Oh yeah.
This is
Tried to take over the Grey Ghosts a while back. Said he was a god, setting himself up as something grand. Got his own little cult and everything.
Well, help us stop it.
Oh, I will.
And you're on our side?
Insight check this guy. 18.
Oh yeah, at the mention of Buppido's name, his attitude's changed entirely. You can tell for certain he's on the level now. He's like, oh yeah, I'll take you through the furrows. I'll take you to Whirlstone Caverns.
Tell him right now. I'll tell the rest of the group. For what it's worth, I believe he's telling the truth.
Fine. Then,
We have a score to
as a
settle.
gesture of goodwill, Ty will take the onyx back out of his pocket and put it in the Darrow's bag. I do not have the rest of your items, and it's up to my companions to decide whether or not they're worth returning to you at the end. But if you are cooperative, maybe you'll get more back. Just don't unnecessarily spit on the hospitality of others.
Here's what I'm proposing. We take him with us, depending on how much information he gets or how well it works out. He can either leave with his life, he can leave with his spell book, or maybe he doesn't get put to sleep temporarily next time. He gets put to sleep permanently.
I'm going to stand in front of him, gaze into his eyes, and speak an unknown language to the rest of my party, and cast suggestion on him. And tell him that he should not betray us and lead us the way we want to.
What do I need to roll?
14 on a wisdom. And if he saves it, I'm gonna fucking use silvery barbs. Well, I'm sorry. Whoever can speak Undercommon knows what I'm saying.
I hear you.
Do as we ask, and you will be returned his goods. I suggest this is his best options available for him.
What did you roll? It's like lagging so hard.
Yeah,
Brokey.
The anticipation is killing me.
It's like I actually haven't rolled yet. Wisdom save, you said?
Yeah, wisdom save.
Damn, Drokey, shit.
It is not displaying that.
He failed.
Oh, okay.
He only got a 10.
Well, in other news, I suggest the course of activity, and unless he's immune to being charmed, he carries out the task to the best of his ability.
That sounds pretty good.
I didn't consider that. Immunities. Nope. Oh. Well, that's interesting. Forgot about that bit.
Was he immune to sleep?
No.
Okay.
But he does roll that save with advantage. And I got a 14 on the advantage.
Oh, okay.
Which I believe beats your save. So silvery barbs.
Silvery barbs. He uses the worst of those twos, which would have been the 10.
Which would have been the 10. But it does require the spell slot to be used. So that does fail. So your spell does go off. So you are reassured of his agreement. And he says, yeah, I'll take you there. I'll lead you through the furrows. I'll take you to Whirlstone Tunnels. And I won't betray you.
Man, I like how this friendship's working out.
I too have a way with the tongue. That sounded gross.
It did a little bit.
Nice.
What do you mean it sounded gross? It sounded perfectly normal to me. Ty looks at the two of them just perplexed.
Oh, Ty, you are so silly.
Well, whenever you're ready, you can unshackle me and we can go.
All right, let's do it.
To remove the manacles.
Oh, here's the key.
Yep. I say thank you to Charybdis and I remove the manacles.
Thank you.
And then
Well,
I give him the bag with the onyx back in it.
oh, thanks. Oh, my dead spiders too. Nice. And he reaches in and he takes a bite out of one.
Mm.
Oh.
It reminds you of a Topsy and Turvy.
We'll
Yeah.
have to go try to see if you can get your tridents back. Otherwise, we're going to be going in there with... you're not going to be armed.
Yeah, we're
Yes, we should go get the items.
here. That's right.
Perhaps we can speak to the fish and see if they know anything.
God, I was hoping you would.
You know, yeah, out of character, she does have that crystal that speaks of animals.
There will be even more animals speaking now.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't want to speak blub blub.
Just speak of in the whales. Okay, goodbye.
Speak the Kuotoa language.
Yeah, if Ty does, since would it allow him to speak the Kuotoa language?
You know, that's an interesting question. I would allow it.
Okay.
I would, because it's such a weird. Kuotoan is such a specific language. Like, how often is that going to come up? Once,
Yes.
and it may not come up. I don't know if it will or not. Who knows? But yeah, so
We're gonna go check on his tridents real quick, see if they're up and running.
you head back into the upper city, crossing that large chasm, which you now realize is the furrow. You can't help but wonder how many Darrow are kind of looking up at you as you cross over. And you head over to the guy and he says, "Oh yeah, they're done. Just in time too."
So one vicious and one fish command. Is that what I
Yeah.
got?
If you put them together, you can talk to vicious fish.
A vermicious canoe?
Yes.
This is gonna be great. I'm so ready.
Is the armor also ready, or is that
The armor is not, I'm afraid. That one's going to take a little bit longer.
okay?
Probably by the time you exit the Whirlstone tunnels.
Okay, that'll work.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, if
Yes, if.
I mean, we're assuming this is gonna be like, you know, a dungeon or something. I mean, just gonna walk in, grab the thing, and leave. I mean, no big
Yeah, it's going to be one room, real quick. No terrible obelisk.
Yeah, I don't even know why you brought it up. That doesn't even make sense to me.
It's not going to be there at all.
No
Giant
evil
dragon
cult that's
egg.
gonna attack.
Yeah. No problems whatsoever.
We're gonna use his Tensor's floating disc spell and just transport everything on the way out.
Yeah, why not?
We don't have a wizard, I don't think.
Yeah, only wizards can use those, right?
Only wizards can learn spells from spell books.
But can anyone then, like, tear the page out and use it like a spell scroll?
no,
Mm,
no,
no, spell scrolls are designed in a very specific way.
But Lavender, you
Okay.
can use the scroll, right? Is that correct?
Yes, she can use a scroll. I think anyone can use a scroll.
Yeah, anyone can use the scroll. I can also use my psychic powers to give one person the ability to jump 3 times the distance they could normally jump.
So, I hope you guys, out of character, do some research on spell scrolls and how they utilize. You can use spell scrolls, but only in your class specifically. If you were able to cast those said spells.
Interesting.
I thought that was a Pathfinder. I might be mistaken. So
Oh, there's a difference between. I'll show it. I'll go look it up. I'll do
you
it.
don't, I trust you. It's not like I don't trust you.
Okay.
But yeah, after that, I was gonna say Papito. After that, Droki takes you around and towards this eastern kind of gateway here.
How do we get down there?
You would have to go out through one of these gates here and all the way around. So it's actually a bit of a walk.
Okay.
because you don't want to climb down this. That's a very deep chasm.
Did that display?
No. Whoop. No. But yeah, he leaves you guys off there at the entrance to Ladagur's. These are hard words to pronounce. Ladagur's Furrow. And that's what we can call it for tonight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a good.
Next session, we enter the Darrow district. We get some tattoos, and we go to a dungeon.
I'm gonna speak to fish. It'll be beautiful.
I bet you that will. I'm gonna make that come up. I'm gonna have an encounter specifically for that.
We're getting tattoos. That's what I'm talking
Just try
about.
not to think about you're getting that because I stole from your fucking dragon friend and then sold that so you can get talk to fish powers.
Hell yeah.
He doesn't need to know that. Don't tell him.
He probably, yeah, about to say he shouldn't need to know that, but I believe it's going to come up at some point.
Yeah, just avoid it.
I mean, I definitely could do that.
Would it
You know,
be worth
deflect.
it, though? It's the question.
Yeah, it has to be on your. It has to be on your spell list. That was correct.
Understandable. Another thing that makes wizards so powerful.
Yeah, it's just weird. Like a lot of people assume that you can just like take a scroll and use it, but that's how I assumed it for the longest time. But yeah, there's other ways around it though.
It's because not a lot of folks read up on spell scrolls.
It's true.
So can you only use it once if you're a
Yep.
wizard, or can you use it multiple times?
What, a scroll?
I believe it's a one and done, right?
Yeah, scrolls. Spell scrolls are one and done thing that, but it has to be in your class list to be able to use it. So, like, if you had something, Shay, you could cast, you could use it without expending a spell slot. That's why you use spell scrolls, is to use, like, let's say Kurazara wants to have like Revivify, right? Basically a resurrection, but she doesn't want to prepare this to the thing. She could get a spell scroll and not have the material components to cast a spell, and she doesn't have to use a spell slot.
Makes sense.
Interesting.
Because everything is because basically when you make a spell scroll, you cast the spell into the parchment, right? And then it just holds it there for it. So you don't have to have any of the material components or whatnot for it.
But you need the material.
Yeah, so his
Also,
his book is useless then to us, and I can't. The invisibility is not within my known spells.
Period. You can never cast invisibility.
Oh, I don't know. How would I figure that out?
Go to your character sheet on D&D Beyond and see if you could cast the spell invisibility as
You can also search it on D&D Beyond, and it should
Yeah.
come up with still classes at the bottom. I'm actually there right now.
It says Artificer for.
Oh yeah, there's Artificer in there. So yeah, I think you'd be able to cast that.
Yeah, you could read the scroll and use it.
Yeah.
I can't cast any spells, so I'm just gonna. Right now, it says you do not have any spell casting, so it would be irrelevant to him.
And Shay, I don't know how we want to rule this, but most of the time detect magic wouldn't be able to see invisible people. But if you guys want to roll that way, that's fine.
I'll learn something new every day.
It's because you have to with detect magic, it has to be visible. It has to be in line of sight. So it wouldn't everything that I'm seeing online, but it doesn't matter. It just thematically it makes sense, and that's how I was looking at it too. And I'm perfectly fine with going with it. It's just like see invisibility is like a level 2 spell.
Oh, that's true.
So I was really confused.
Food for thought.
Fairy Fire will highlight them too.
Oh yeah, that's right. And that's a level 1 spell.
What if somebody's invisible that has a magical item? You should be able to tell that there's a magical item that's floating around, right?
Yeah, rules is written. It says like you have to you have to see it, right?
Huh.
But like I like the idea of being able to be like, oh, I sense it. It's somewhere over there. There's like a magical. I feel the presence of magic over there.
Yeah. That's fine. And rules are always. I always kind of bend rules in terms of what's fun.
Absolutely. That's why
Players and all that, you know?
I love it. I love how well our different quirks that everybody has to bring to the table.
I like it. I'm having a good time playing with you guys.
Do we
Timber Shroud. Best
What?
character. I just love his picture. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Dude, Kurosawa with that sleep though, that was clutch as fuck.
That was. I was prepared to have like a whole chase encounter. There's gonna be like weird like city chase complications. Like dudes like walking out with like a glass pane. So are you gonna run through it, slide under it, jump over it?
I mean, I kind of wanted that a little bit because I wanted the Scooby Doo chase scene, but maybe later with demons we can have our Scooby Doo moment.
The thing about Buppy, not Buppy. The thing about Droki is he's fast.
Yes.
Like he's crazy fast. Like if she didn't get him coming out of the door,
Yeah.
he would have led you all around town and then got out and then got away, most likely.
If we didn't crit and kill him.
Yeah. Yeah, good game tonight, guys. I have to get off.
Hey, thank you for continuing on longer than we normally do.
Oh, no problem. I usually aim for about 3 hours or so going in between 3 and 4 is always kind of nice for me. So I like doing that when I can. So yeah, thanks for playing, guys. I really appreciate it. I'll see you guys next Monday.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
No problem. Have a good one, guys.
Take care.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye. See you guys later. Unless you guys
Have a good night.
unless you want to hang out for a while.
Nah, I'm probably gonna get some sleep.
Oh yeah. Take care.
See ya.